Yo, what's up, guys? We are live and we will be talking more Pokemon investing for those of you that join later on. A little bit of an unscheduled live, at least time wise. I'm trying to at least go live once every weekend, at least Saturday or Sunday. But yeah, let's see what kind of conversations we get into today. There have been a lot of things happening this week, especially those buyouts, which have been absolutely wild. Just to even think about like the amount of money that has been dumped. I don't think people really realize that how much exactly is being spent. Um, it's pretty crazy. You have to be a special individual to have that kind of money, or a group of people that have that kind of wealth is wild. It's just crazy. Roxy, what is going on? I can always depend on you to stop by, man. I mean, I don't expect you to be here every single time, but you're here like more often than not. What's up, man? Hope everything is going well for you. Having a good day. Maybe able to pick up some things. I'm trying to do the best I can when it comes to. Oh my god, I'm just looking at my Discord. Sorry. Yeah. Hopefully you're able to pick up whatever you want, even with everything else going on, because it's the real deal is to get ahead. How do we get ahead? That is my biggest concern. With all the videos that I do, really, I just want to get ahead. There's no need, at least for me. It's just not the greatest thing to have fallen behind. What is this here? This thing is saying, oh, okay, cool. All right, Dios, what's up? What's up, brother? Welcome to the live stream. How's it going, man? How's it going for you guys with everything happening here? I mean, I'm still looking to pick some things up. I just want some deals, and right now there's too many people just just way too bullish on stuff. Like hold on, how far is this from? There are way too many people that I feel like um are way too confident. They don't even want to give you deals sometimes, and I'm here for the deals. Not to get it used and abused like some of these other people. Adro, what is going on, man? Welcome back. Welcome back. Chilling. Just woke up. Where do you live again? Another country? You got to be living in another country. But yeah, I'm definitely looking to pick up more Sword and Shield. I just got a Sword and Shield, a Lost Origin booster box that will be arriving at some point. Massachusetts? Is that what you're saying? You're in Boston, Boston, Massachusetts. You can't be. You work at night. I can't remember. Is it you that works at night? Somebody was telling me. I can't remember last stream. They were working at night. Yeah, you do work at night. That was you. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's why. I mean, you work. Do you work tonight? Or do you just keep the schedule up? Let's see, because that's something special to be doing to be able to do that stuff. Let's see what can happen here today. Looking for the deals today. We're looking for the deals. What is that? Chaos booster balloon display on Chaos Rising booster box on Target. Is that what just popped up? Is that right now, or is this another day? No, it says out of stock. Why is it saying that then? Okay, that was a fail. Fail notification. Yeah, not tonight, but you keep the schedule, which is crazy. Good pickup, Jay. I have one box myself. Just saw you live. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I just like I said, it was unscheduled, at least time wise. I'm trying to go live either Sunday nights or Saturday nights. Uh, I was gonna go live tomorrow, but I we're gonna have company here tomorrow, so I don't want to even try to risk it. So I just I don't know. I don't want to risk it. I don't think it's a good idea to try that. So but yeah, I wanted to talk about these buyouts and what opportunities are possibly going to be coming up at some point because Lost Origin is taking off, Fusion Strike is climbing, um, the the SPC is now online only. Wow, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised with all the mayhem and just people being violent out there for Pokemon product. Yeah, you don't deserve to be out there. You should be locked up in jail, honestly. But yeah, I'm not surprised at all. Not surprised, but I do look forward to the SPC drop and getting more affordable prices. I did pick up a case. I picked up a sealed case and an extra one for my fiance to rip, but I would like to add more to that if I can. If that Sam's Club drop comes around at MSRP, that'll be a great pickup, like a great pickup. Concept, what is good, man? How you doing? Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for stopping by. So yeah, what else? So Lost Origin been taken off. I am still gonna try to get a few more. I think I want to get like two more Lost Origin booster boxes if I can at 700, like I did the first one. But those deals are really like they're drying up on eBay. They're drying up on eBay, and people are starting to relist. Like the guy I bought the Lost Origin box listed it at 725. I offered him 700. He took it. Now it looks like he listed another box, same exact seller, but this time he listed it for 650. So I mean, I could offer him something again, but chances are he's not going to take the one at 700 because he just went up another 25. Maybe he'll want 725 for it. But thank goodness I'm not trying to line up at 2 a.m. Yeah, I'm not doing that. That's just not for me. It's just not a good choice. It's not safe. I have three. I will miss it. I will be on vacation on the cruise. Oh, that sucks. Sorry. Premium accounts only. What does that mean? Is that not paid accounts? I didn't even know that there was more than one type of account at Sam's. Good, bro. Just got off work. I stock flowers at Costco. Mother's Day is crazy. Oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. So if you work at Costco, do you get like deals on the inside? Do you get the Pokemon first? That'd be pretty cool. A nice perk to just doing your job, which I think people that work at places deserve it as long as they don't take it all. Like we're seeing at some other places, apparently. It looks like GameStop really gets rid of their stuff somehow. Not the guest account. So what is a guest account an unpaid account? Is what I'm trying to say. Is that an unpaid account? It wouldn't make sense for them to call that a paid account, right? I mean, sorry, it wouldn't make sense for them to call it a guest account. Yes. Well, let's see. Hopefully, I can get it. I don't even know what kind of account I have. I just know I have an account, a paid one. So hopefully that just goes well for me. But whatever. I guess if I have to upgrade at the moment to be able to buy something decent at these prices, I think it's a good one. So premium account pay for perks. Okay, so only premium is gonna get the SPC at Sam's. Is that like legit? Where'd you hear this at though? I haven't heard it. Usually, with all the accounts that I'm signed up to on Twitter, I usually get some kind of a notification. Like I usually always get some kind of a notification. How that's crazy. Where'd you hear this? As we continue with this conversation, I did want to talk about the other things that are going to be happening, right? Sword and Shield. Um, Premium accounts can get in 1 hour early. I saw it on Instagram. That's wild. That's wild. That's not cool, in my opinion. I don't know how much more expensive are the premium accounts compared to the regular. So yeah, I want to talk about Brilliant Stars with you guys. About like with when it comes to like what's next. I know this live is going to go much longer, and we're not going to be able to talk about this for the whole time because I usually go live for a few hours at least. But even for the guys that are just in here, what do you guys think about Brilliant Stars? It hasn't been manipulated in any kind. It hasn't been bought out yet. In the past 3 months, it's only up 5%, a little less, 4.89, which is amazing to see some like nice organic gradual growth, which I love out of this. Which means that you're not getting like you don't feel like you're going to get robbed or whatever. Here there was a decent buyout of like $40, but that was with that deal they had on the 28th of November. Aside from that, guys, it's been pretty like gradual here. It did have this point where it kind of took off with 15 boxes, which is insane to me. This which was a bit cheaper, like 550 maybe. But we're seeing 600. You go on eBay, which I already looked it up for us. You're seeing 600. You're not seeing inflated prices. You're seeing this. You're seeing a box at 600, like this nice box here, right? Decent box. The plastic is a little stretched. Like it looks like it's almost like struggling to stay on, but it looks like a nice box nonetheless at $600. Nice box. I'm thinking about making an offer right now on this one. Just me right now, like, but like at least I'm not getting jerked, and even like this bid, it's got what 22 hours left. It's a very, very nice looking box. I see like, is that a dent? That I always look at that though, like those dents. I don't want any dents. I want minty. Oh, that's not a dent. It's just a box, like a little curved right there. That's not bad at all. So, oh, is that a rip? That's a rip right there. Gotcha. Nice rip. 2 rips. It looks like on this bottom seal. It looks like it's not for me, but at least, something like this with an acrylic is nice. Let's see. Oh, wow, the comments already. LOL, nah, I wish they don't let that info out, but I usually know within a week of them coming from following pages on X and Facebook. Also, my stores in the mountains, so we get them a few days later. That's not a bad thing for you to get them later. I'm just hoping you could at least buy some since you work there, right? I think that would be nice. Price memory is a thing, 100%. Want more Prismatic SPC, but paid 1,200 for the last 7 for 7 last year. Having a hard time pulling the trigger at 300 plus per. Yeah, I mean, you sent me that information and I took advantage. I just took it. At the end of the day, I'm thinking just dollar cost average, especially for a top tier product. Like everyone says dollar cost average for everything. But in reality, you should just do that for the top tier products because you're going to pay a little more, right? You're paying a little more. Maybe you find them at MSRP at some point. Maybe you get some deals. But in reality, yeah, dollar cost averaging into these isn't a bad thing, I think. I bought that case plus an extra one to rip, like I said, and I will be looking forward to possibly getting one at Sam's or 2 if they allow it. I hope it's a bundle of 2. Last I saw it was a bundle of 2. And then possibly just maybe taking advantage at market even after that because it's going to pull back. And it already has pulled back, so that's a good sign to me. But yeah, I definitely want to take advantage. It's like the Walmart and Target premium accounts. I pay about 115 per year. Well, you pay the yearly. I'm still paying for Walmart, and I'm debating on whether to remove it or not because they're not stopping botters. It's kind of annoying. Brilliant Stars is undervalued. Trainer Gallery and Big Zard. Yeah, I think that this set is going to really do well. I haven't picked up a box yet. I was taking advantage of Lost Origin first because I know these people are going to start adapting. They're going to start, relisting their prices at a much higher price because Lost Origin is like over $800 on TCG Player right now. Am I right on saying that? I think Lost Origin is at like 800 right now. Let's see. 816 market. So it's above $800. This is my point. So right now there still are some deals if you look for that, but that's why I hopped into those before they took off. 700 was already what market was at. So that's what I was comfortable with at the moment. But we're seeing, like I said before, a lot of $600 prices. Even a box like this looks decent, at 590 with a best offer option. Like, yeah, that's good for me. Like I'd sit here and offer him, 575 maybe or 570. He takes it. It's better than 600, right? Not a bad one right there either. So there's some nice minty boxes as well. Like once again, best offer I can offer him 6. Yeah, but they do start climbing. on here, especially the cases. I don't know if you guys have seen what the cases are going for, like 4.5, 5K, pretty crazy. But yeah, really like this box right here. I'm gonna put it on my watch list. It's got a case. It looks super minty. Hopefully, I'll buy into it at some point. But look, 4K. This is the cheapest one I've seen. Mostly it's 4.5 and better and more. So, all right, I see them being sold on Facebook a day or two before they hit our store. So that's usually how I find out. A few of us collect there, so we try to all be in the know. Yeah, nice. At least hopefully it helps. That live you had with Reverend was fire. I worked overnight last night and watched the entire replay. Nice, man. I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. Um, I really like we can go live and talk all the time, or anyone can. But what I really want to do with every live, every video, I want to put out something that's at least a bit informative. Like I want to have something that I wanted to talk about. I don't want to go live just for the fun of it. Like it is fun, but a lot of people want information. They want to be informed while being entertained at the same time. You're with a YouTuber you like or a streamer that you like, and I don't think it hurts to continue to be entertained and be informed. I think it's a big plus, right? Like right now, we're talking about getting ahead before Brilliant Stars takes off. I think Brilliant Stars is going to do wild things. I made that video about all these Sword and Shield sets. Oh my god, what did I do there? That was supposed to do that. Whatever. I made a video about all the Sword and Shield sets that I thought were going to take off and why, right? And I showed how the values have been increasing for all the singles here. And it sucks that there isn't, unless you guys can tell me right now, there isn't a site that actually shows the total set value as it rises and decreases, right? Like we have TCG Player, for example, right, that has this chart of this single box. And then you can look at other cards, the single cards. You can look at each card individually growing. But I don't think there is a site that has a graph of the total set value and how it's been moving. That would be a big help. Unless I don't know if the collector app does it, but I don't have a paid collector app account, so that'd be a waste for me. But does my Collectrix do it? Do they do it? I don't think so. I don't think so. Card leaderboard, sealed leaderboard, and they also. I hate that this. I know this is a new website, and maybe it's a lot for the guy to keep up with, but it doesn't have like a average stat, average pack. Trying to save, I guess. I don't know. Trying to get people to understand whether there's a good rip value here and stuff. I get that. That's cool. Um, but that one thing I'm talking about, like I would like to see booster boxes, elite true. Like, no, it's not. He doesn't have any Sword and Shield here either. Sealed leaderboard, card leaderboard, and these are all like singles as well, like just individual. So no actual website has that. If we had that, it'd be even easier. But I did show these individually, right? Like I went through these for Brilliant Stars. And this is what I'm trying to say. I want to be informative. I want this to matter to you guys, like it matters to me, right? So the value of this card it peaked raw at 335. It's not even peaking. It's not even above that recent high. But when it comes to the PSA 10 value at 872, it already surpassed it. That's 943. So that's an all-time high. Just something to think about, like why I'm mentioning these cards. It's not, or these sets. It's not just because I like them, even though I do. But look, raw card is at an all-time high of $89. PSA 10 all-time high was 315, and it's climbing. It continues. It's at 286 now. If we look at the listings, they're at 286, 286. There was one at 330, 314, another one here at 300. So they're moving. And these are all within this month. Look at the 9th. This is on the 7th. So the Umbreon is moving, and that card is amazing. Even this card here is moving. All these other Trainer Gallery cards are fire, and they're moving. So one thing that I would love to see is a graph with all the whole total set value of a set. Does Pokédata have that? Let me just check, because that would really help. It would really help just keeping up for stuff with stuff. I mean, but I don't think I think they just show the card. I don't think they do anything here like this, right? I should be able to click on a set, and they don't have that. No. No site has that, which sucks. It could really help people being a little more informed and just make these decisions. It's why I think this set is going to take off. But yeah, just trying to keep everybody informed as much as I can when we do a live or video. You know, I make things make sense. At least is at least what I try to do, because whenever I look at something, I try to make it make sense. There's nothing in this world, and sometimes my girl hates it because she questions, like, she wants me to do something, but if it doesn't make sense, I'm not doing it. I want to know why we should do this, and it should make sense to me. If not, then I'm going to question it. And she hates that. She just wants me to like go with whatever, like with the flow, and be spontaneous. Kind of makes me not be spontaneous, but in general, that's how I am. So I try to make it make sense for you guys and myself. If not, then I am not putting that information out there, regardless. Brilliant Stars is a solid, and the Zar, yes, it goes hard as well. Yeah. Even with sealed liquidity, is everything Sword and Shield not as liquid? Sword and Shield is not as liquid. Um, right now it's not, but it's this is hype driven. Remember that it's hype driven. A lot of people out there like to talk these sets down. Sometimes they have an incentive. That's why I do so, whether they're selling them or not. Maybe they don't have that much Sword and Shield. Maybe they have a lot of Scarlet and Violet and Mega, and they want to tell you to buy into that stuff. It raises their stock. It really does. Believe it or not, you know, I don't want to name names, but there are people out there with like 30,000 subscribers, and they will tell you how much better Scarlet and Violet is than Sword and Shield, right? Even though, let me just get out of this graph so we can focus. Even though, let's just put this into perspective. So there's someone out there, for example, that I can think of right now that's telling you, don't buy Sword and Shield. Scarlet and Violet is better. This is why I sold all my Sword and Shield to buy into Scarlet and Violet. Okay, great. You're telling them to buy Scarlet and Violet, but you don't sell Scarlet and Violet, but you sell those. This is somebody who sells stuff. You don't sell sealed, but you sell single packs, and you're saying you told people to buy Scarlet and Violet because um it's much more fun to rip, right? But who's buying booster boxes to rip? These are displayable items. This is what we're discussing at all times. These are for display purposes for a collector. Now, yeah, are there people that may rip some of these boxes? Yes. Rarely though. Who's going to rip a Brilliant Stars box for $600? Who's going to rip Lost Origin for $700 or $800? Who's going to risk ripping Fusion Strike for $1,000 with a set that's incredibly hard to get a pull with? So, what does buying the booster box as a display item have to do with ripping it? Just something to think about, right? Like when you hear somebody tell you something or somebody talks to you about something, like it has to make sense, right? So this is what I do when somebody hears. I'm not gonna lie, I watch some things, and there's a lot of YouTubers I like to watch. But when something comes out that's BS, it just plays like that in my mind. In my mind, I'm saying, yeah, that's BS. Sometimes I say it out loud as I watch. But what can you do? You know, hopefully you can find somebody who can help you out, and talk to you about things that's honest. So only 12 DR booster boxes on TCG under 1K. 33 left at any price. Crazy, they're gonna drop fast. Less DR booster boxes and Sword and Shield on the market. Yeah, yeah. This is why I want to buy into Destined Rivals, right? I haven't gone into Destined Rivals like that at all. Um, I'm just hoping that there is going to be a reprint. It just doesn't make sense. If you think about how many have been sold, it doesn't make sense for them to be that many in existence and for them not to have more coming in existence. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't make sense. Now, granted, a lot of people bought Destined Rivals, did not rip it, and are not listing it anywhere. So it means that they definitely will be holding and those won't appear on the market. It still doesn't really make sense with how many are out there for there not to be more coming to the market. It doesn't make sense, you know? So to me, it makes sense that I could wait a little bit. They're already at 600. I already waited this long. I might as well wait. That's just me. People can buy in at 600 if they want. You know, it's up to you. You can do whatever you want. But I think that there are going to be opportunities. I'm very hopeful. You know, what set out there do we think is going to come into print this year or last year that came into print that isn't going to get reprints, right? I mean, Prismatic. How many times did you hear people on YouTube saying that we weren't going to get any more reprints? And they kept coming. As a matter of fact, we just got them, right? So that's at least my mindset, you know. Like I said, I try to make everything make sense. It doesn't make sense to me that they will not reprint Destined Rivals when they reprint everything else. S tier product, you grab what you can if you believe in it for 1 to 2 years old. 100%. 100%. So Sword and Shield wise, I'm thinking Brilliant. I'm thinking Lost Origin. I'm thinking Silver Tempest for sure. Silver Tempest is going to be a sleeper. That Lugia, I think people are going to want it. I think if there's going to be a set that people want to rip, that could be one of them for that Lugia. That Lugia, in my opinion, is the best art in all of Sword and Shield. Giratina is a good second. You know, it's a very, very nice card as well. I just like the Lugia better. But yeah, for sure. Fusion Strike, that Gengar is also amazing. And that Espeon VMAX. Ooh, you know, if that Espeon VMAX was in another set and it was to chase, I think it would do much better than what it's doing right now. But Fusion is at 1K. I think I might buy one just for my own personal sealed collection. You'll probably see it like lined up there with the other booster boxes. But I'm waiting a little bit. Maybe I can get myself some kind of a deal, maybe locally, maybe at a store. Maybe I can go to one of these stores here and offer them like something cash, no tax. And I'll get one for my collection because I do want that box. I think it's just beautiful because it's pink. It stands out. I really like it. So I am a 10-year-old kid watching this stream with my dad. I'm wondering if the stream Megalopunny, the SIR, I'm assuming, and Jigglypuff alt art from Cosmic Eclipse is worth it. The Lopunny, and I think I might have seen that one before. There's one that's more expensive than the other. Is it a Mega Lopunny though? Let me just look up Lopunny and Jigglypuff and see what we come up with here. Let's see. So I know there's two of them that are really the ones that. So let's switch over. I'm gonna, you know, I'm behind in the comments, so I will jump. Let me know if this is the one because I'm gonna drop down right to your comment now, so I could come back to this one, and you know, go through all the other comments. Let me know. This is the card you're talking about. Now, Jigglypuff is popular. Lopunny is somewhat popular. You're saying, is it worth it? In what sense? You're trying to invest into this card? You're trying to buy this card and save up? Like, I mean, like trying to profit off of it? It is moving right now. It's growing, but then again, like I mentioned before, almost every single card is moving right now. Like even the ones that aren't good. I don't know. This is the card. Yeah, personally, I think that this card just over time getting old, like just aging, is going to have some value. But remember that we're in a bull market. So that means that once all this craziness that you're experiencing now, that you're seeing in stores, goes away, that means that this price will pull back. These single cards pull back a lot. They're not like booster boxes and ETBs that they kind of like stay at those prices. Single cards tend to not do that. And if I was going to recommend something when it comes to singles, you got to focus on the more popular Pokemon. Like Lopunny is decently popular. Like a lot of people, they know who Lopunny is, but people don't absolutely love Lopunny. Like, even though we only have 19 guys in the stream right now, I'd be surprised if anybody here said that Lopunny was even within their top like 20 favorite Pokemon. I think that even wouldn't even be a realistic thing to say. Most people would not call Lopunny their favorite. It is a really nice card, though. I can see why you are attracted to this card. Like I, would enjoy having this card. But as an investable item, like something that you think is going to gain value in the future, I think the best thing that it has behind it is age. But when it comes to like popularity, it's not going to be that popular. Like you're the first person who's asked me about this card. No one really talks about this card at all. Especially we're talking about Cosmic Eclipse. Usually it's the Blastoise and Piplup card. So I don't think that that's a wise decision to invest into. Just if you're going to look into singles, look into singles with Pokemon that are really popular, like the most popular Pokemon, whether it be Charizard, Pikachu, Umbreon, Gengar, Greninja, things like that. The top tier cards. But once again, right now we're in a market where every single individual card is really expensive. So at some point they will start pulling back. Like these single cards are just incredibly volatile. Like they move a lot. They climb and drop dramatically all the time. So just think about that for a little bit before you buy into any card. And when you do decide you want to buy into a card, I would just look into more popular Pokemon so that people will always be attracted to those cards. You'll know. I mean, you're a collector. You're a young collector, but at the same time, you like Pokemon clearly. You know which of the cards are going to be like the coolest. Like that's not a bad pick. That card is actually really nice. It just doesn't have a really incredibly popular Pokemon. Like it's an easily forgettable card just because it's not that popular of a Pokemon on it, right? So just think about that. You do have a nice eye. I'm not gonna lie. You picked a very nice card. Just it's got to have a better Pokemon on there. That's all. Keep that in mind. I hope that helped. Also, check that Prismatic for your collection. I think it's over 250. Were you the one that brought it up in my Discord? I wonder if it was you that brought it up. Let's see what it looks like. Where are we at? Where are we at with this thing? It kind of sucks that they stopped making it. I was hoping that they would make more. I think that it's really expensive because they stopped printing it, correct? But as a piece that even if they kept this in print, this would have ended up being a really, really nice box to have. And at these prices, I am not buying into these at all. I don't want them for these prices. Like, yeah, they'll be rare. In a sense, they'll be rare, but it'll be hard to get somebody to rip this. At least for me. At least that's what I think. It looks like they had a few buys the other day that really drove the price all the way up to where it's at right now. 240. 240. What's lowest listed? Huh, lowest listed is more than what you even said. Lowest listed is 295. That's pretty crazy for this item. That's pretty crazy. Let's see what else. Jay Grub, what's going on, bro? Yo, bro, I was waiting for you to go live. I've got good news. What do you got? What do you got? Went to a Chaos pre-release, bro, at midnight. Then after it ended, I went to Best Buy to wait for a drop with a few people. It started raining and thundering hard. The chaos was rising. I thought you were going to tell me something good, like you got a pull or something. Oh, man. I will keep saying it. Prismatic surprise boxes by the Sam's Club. Sam's bundle is best. 19 packs and a promo. Yeah, I think it's a great pickup. We always discuss pack per price. When it comes to these specialty sets, you want items that have great pack per price. I said it before. I said it last live, right? Every what do you call it? Every item is going to have their purpose. These sealed items like ETBs and booster boxes are going to be for display. Everything else, every single thing else, very few collection boxes will be for display. Everything else will be to get ripped. So if you can find good pack per price items for the long term when it comes to Prismatic, I think that's a great way to get ahead. Reverend Rips has mentioned this surprise box so many times, and I think it's just a great pickup, to be honest. So keep an eye on that. Let's see, and the promo as well. There's an additional chase in that, which is cool. But I just go to the Lucario poster collection. Nice. That's always nice to have. I've made a few videos. Quite a few, I think, talking about the Lucario poster collection. I think it's a great buy. I did pick up the sealed case. I haven't gone out locally. The car is in the freaking mechanic again, believe it or not. I had to go pay these people another $650. This car. So I haven't been able to drive around. I wanted to drive around at some point tomorrow. I was going to go to a card show is what I wanted. I wanted to, maybe pick up some things locally, but none of that is happening. Gang, what is going on, Fino? What is going on? What's up? Guys, I forgot to mention this just because we always talk about everything. I talk about ripping things that I want to do, and I always want my girl to rip Prismatic. And one of the things that I wanted to do was once I got this ETB case, I ordered this ETB case. I got it. It's a sealed case. I already had another case that I told you guys about. That was a case that I bought, and it was open. So it was an open case, and so one of the things that I wanted to do was give my girl one of the ETBs in the box when the case came. And so she ripped the box. She did rip one. Just EXs, right? EXs. And then finally, our first actual SIR. It is not an evolution, of course, but and this thing is like, will it focus? Can you focus on the card? I guess it's not focusing right now. It's the Iron Crown, of course. You know, I doubted how nice this card looked in hand. It looks really nice in hand. It looks really cool. But the best thing is that it's our first SIR pull out of anything prismatic, and we've now like ripped like 170 to 180 packs. And that's just me with like a well-educated guess. I try to keep up little by little with how much we've ripped, but it's just been a good amount. A lot of ETBs, a lot of 3-pack blisters, booster bundles, and no SIR up until today, which was amazing to finally get something. You know, like when are you gonna redo the give you? I already redid it. This video, I released the video today. Some girl named Elaine something won. So this is why I did my giveaway the way that I did it. Right, I didn't want people who were not gonna actually support the channel to win. Like I was hoping that they wouldn't win. I'm trying to be like unbiased and just honest. I let the giveaway picker do it, and so far it's picked a second person who was either new here or doesn't support the channel. So hopefully she's somebody who's new and supports the channel, but it's unlikely because she commented on Friday on that video, and since then I've made like 4 other videos, including today's, which makes it 5. And she hasn't been back around because I can actually see every individual person's comments, like how many you've made, and actually YouTube lets me go through all the comments if I really want to. So I can see who has supported the channel and who has not. So I feel like it's very unlikely that the girl shows up. I don't know if people think that I'm going to at them and tag them so that it notifies them. If you support the channel, you do not need me to tag you or at you in any kind of way. And for that reason, I am not doing that. The person who wins this is somebody who's actually going to support the channel, who's been here before or is new and is still going to support the channel because they keep coming back. So chances are that Monday nights they would have not reached out to me by then, and I will be doing another giveaway. I'll be redoing the Destin Rivals ETB giveaway, which is kind of crazy. You enter a giveaway and you don't even come check when I said, like, it's so crazy. It is what it is. But hopefully maybe the person shows up. If they don't, then I will gladly do the giveaway again, and hopefully somebody who supports the channel really gets it, or somebody at least with a kid. I've seen a few people mention that they have kids and they never rip Destined. Another card and Pokemon that will run up will be Rayquaza for sure. For sure. Silver Tempest Rayquaza Trainer Gallery has been taking off crazy. Would you trade ultra modern ETBs booster boxes for older low pop boxes? ETBs are cards that will continue to rise gradually, or take the risk with the ups and downs from ultra modern and hold out. Okay, so ultra modern. So everything right now seems more valuable than it will be in a bear market. That's one thing to keep in mind, right? You can see what is driving demand. You can see what things are actually being the things that are being that bought out. 1 second. And so that can help you choose on what to actually move, because there are some things that aren't as in demand as others. But I wouldn't mind moving some ultra modern into some older sets, honestly. Yeah, like if I had some temporal I mean, I do have some temporal. I haven't been into doing trades or anything like that, but if I could take 2 temporal, trade it for a brilliant, I would. If I could take 2 temporal and some cash on top and move it into Lost Origin, I would. You know, if I could put some things together and put it into Evolving Skies, which is the blue chip booster box item of the modern era, I would, you know, or maybe like Cosmic Eclipse, like things that people actually adore, that they love, you know, especially some of those Sun and Moon boxes look even better than some of the more modern boxes. The modern boxes are kind of dull. So yeah, I would not mind that at all. You know, the other live, we were talking about Celestial Storm ETBs. Yo, that ETB with the Rayquaza on it, like, and green is my favorite color, is amazing. Like, I would love that. So yeah, as long as something that's like worth it, like the top boxes as well, like if you're gonna go into something like that, make sure it's good sets, not just older sets. Like it's got to be those top ones, right? Cosmic Eclipse that gets talked about all the time. I mean, Team Up is 1K, just an example. Team Up is Well Desired, Evolving Skies, Fusion Strike, things like that, for sure. And darn, bro, I had a Walmart restock in the morning. There were 5 people in front of me. and so many Desperados ETBs, and they took them all. The limit five skew. Yeah, that's wild. I mean, you know, the fact that people, I talk about greed all the time. The fact that people can see people behind them on a line and still be willing to clear the thing out and not like want to share the wealth. It sucks. It really is like a saddening thing. I've had arguments at work, not gonna lie, at work about overtime. I want to share it with others, and then others don't want to share it with everybody else. And it's just like, bro, we're all here to make money. Just share. Like, come on, we're all here. We look out with each other. We eat together every single day. We hang out every single day. We've done it for the last like 8 months, bro. Come on. But some people they're just not there for that. They're greedy. They're not gonna look out for anyone else. I've seen it happen so many times. It's sad. Remember, the market volume is driven by ultra modern. Those low pop ETBs don't sell often. Yeah, if you go too far back, if you go too far back, they don't sell often. But it's, as I've said many other times, it's not that they're not in demand, right? It's not that they wouldn't sell. The problem is that they're so expensive that the pool of people is so much smaller than an average modern set, right? The more expensive an item, the lower the smaller the pool of people are included in that pool that can afford that item, or that are willing. Even if sometimes they can afford it. Um, there are less and less people that are willing to justify buying an item at that price. So it does become much harder to sell, because they don't sell that often because people can't afford it. But that's something that we need to allow in our minds, right? That's something that will happen. It is going to happen with whatever we hold now. Even if it's this prismatic stuff, ultra modern, ETB is going to 200. Eventually, that ETB is going to go to 300 or 400. Who's going to buy it? How many people are going to buy it? There aren't that many, honestly. Hopefully, you have. Not hopefully, people will buy one to display, but that has to sit okay with, like, that has to be okay with you. It's part of what we're doing here. It's going to happen with your booster boxes. How many Destin Rivals booster boxes are selling at $600, right? That's the best set in the best main set in Scarlet and Violet, right? But how often is it really selling now that it's 600, right? At, at some point, we have to think about that, right? Like, it's not even about the reprints anymore. If it was so damn good, right, that why isn't it selling even more than what it is selling now? Now, in the past few days, those people that were buying up all that other stuff are also jumping into Destin Rivals. They're pushing up the price, right? But this is like, if you look at this, it's not something that you look past. All these buys on the same days, these are the same days, guys. I wish I had all the other tabs open with all the other products that got bought out. This is happening all within the same days. So either this is the very same person buying all of this, or the same group of people in some kind of a Discord or group that are buying all of these. This is not the average person. This is not demand of the average market. It's not. This is a group of people doing the same exact thing, and this is Destin Rivals, right? It was at $600, and they started it on the 5th, and it just started taking off, right? So looking at that, looking at things like Surgeon Sparks, or any of these other ETBs, whether it's that or like Paladin and Fates ETBs, right? Those got bought out the other day. Same thing. This is within these past few days, and it's not something that's like out of the ordinary when you notice that there's a trend, right? There's a trend on the 4th, starting on the 4th, 5th, 6th, and then they chilled out, right? It's the same thing. It's like so many products, the same exact thing. So once you connect the dots, you kind of, you're aware of what's happening. That's why it's so good to be aware of the market, of what's happening. That's the benefit of like watching these YouTube channels like mine and others talking about what's happening. All of it happened at the same time. All of it happened in the same manner, in the same days. The volume is similar. Yeah, it's not, there's no reason why that would happen organically if you think about it. Nobody buys things at the same time. Everybody's situation is different. You're liquid at different times. You're not liquid at different times. You're finding opportunities at different times. So it doesn't make sense for all of that to happen at the same time and for it to not be the same people. You know what I mean? So just something to keep in mind. So that even that this arrivals, even those buys right there, that buy volume isn't coming from just the market. It's not just people wanting to buy it. It's really just a group of people buying it. So yeah. That's terrible. People have no manners. 100%. They're greedy. Think the ultra modern, like Prismatic Sealed, has short-term potential over the next year. I can see the sealed. Yes. I don't know about the packs. The reason why I don't think the packs are going to take off is because I'm expecting the same thing that we got for 151 for Prismatic, which means we're going to get a lot of booster bundles. I expect the surprise boxes. I expect booster bundles. The one thing I would love is the Tyranitar Lucario box to come back, because that had a lot of packs in it. I think it was like 14 packs, which is nice. Things like that. If those don't come though, if it doesn't get what we had for 151, which I think we will get that, then we should be at a decent space, right? We're like 151. We got a lot of 151 booster bundles last year, guys, like a lot. So, and then we kept getting collection boxes here and there, Zapdos, Alakazam ones. So it just depends. You're correct. Nom nom. What's going on, bro? I only ripped collection boxes or blisters. Booster boxes and ETBs are holds. Well, those are the display items, the ones that have higher values, right? So think about the DR booster box. When it was released, it was only way to get packs. Those booster boxes got ripped. Alex went through like 20 cases first week on stream, 100%. I was there. I was watching his streams a lot. Like I said before, I watch Alex a lot. I used to watch a lot of ripping ships with him. I used to watch him with my girl. So yeah, I've watched Alex a ton. But there still should be more. Pokemon prints a lot. There should still be more. And like I said before, there's probably a lot of people holding. Like I think Pokeplumber said he bought like 48 boxes one day in a video. I think he said he bought like 48 boxes at like 1,400 or something like that. And he got a lot of hate in that video because nobody else gets that price, right? Nobody else gets it. But he got like 48 boxes, and that's put away. You know what I'm saying? He's not moving that. So there's a lot of people like him with money that probably have a lot put away. I just expect a lot more to come to the market. I don't see any reason why Pokemon wouldn't print more. Blisters are my favorite to rip for sure. Just got the Symbiont promo from the 3 Practical Aid Worthy, sending it this week. I think you sent that in the Discord, right? I think that promo is like a $5 promo, but it's like $125.10, which is not bad at all. And it's just a really nice card, in my opinion. Since we're talking about investing, $600 in Ascended Hero in Ascended will double faster than any Sword and Shield box. That's very possible. That's possible. It can also pull back faster than any box if we get a large, sizable reprint. It is a great set, and I know people believe in it, but just like everything else that's new, I expect that thing to get some kind of a reprint. But Ascended Heroes is a top tier set. Like I said before in one of those other videos, I opted into buying the Prismatic ETB case. I was looking at the Ascended Heroes cases as well. It's just hard for me to pull the trigger on something this new that's this expensive, that has already surpassed the sealed case for the Prismatic ETBs. I feel like people aren't like thinking about that. I think with all the attention being on Ascended Heroes, in my opinion, I could be wrong. You guys could be 100% right. Rev, you could be 100. I could be wrong. I think it makes sense to buy the Prismatic ETB case before I buy this case at this price. It's already surpassed it. It's clearly driven attention away from Prismatic. It has driven attention away from everything, so makes me feel like it's the right time to buy a Prismatic ETB case. If Ascended Heroes didn't exist, Prismatic would be going through the roof right now. Focus on Prismatic heavy right now. Goes out of rotation this coming April. In my opinion, easy double up. That's what I think. I think Prismatic is the best thing to buy right now, especially with things having pulled back, right? The ETBs pulled back. The cases pulled back. The SPCs pulled back. The only thing that I didn't see pulled back were the booster bundles. Let's see. I just want to check that out real quick, because that is the only thing that I did not see pull back. Let's see if it did, because everything else, no, it did not. The Prismatic booster bundles are at $93 per, which is crazy. So, but when opportunity arises, take advantage, right? Things pulled back. Pokeplumber hit me up Pokepainter hit me up on the side. We spoke a little bit about the SPCs. I went in on them. I had already bought the case. So my Prismatic position increased by a decent amount with buying the sealed case and the sealed ETBs. If and so when the SPCs pull back, hopefully I can add on a little more to it. I think Syndicate Heroes is too new to just go so crazy into it. If I would have bought into it early, I'd be happy, but I did not. Like I said, my brother had passed away in February, so I was not looking at Pokemon. And by the time I came back, it was like, wow. And I thought it would pull back, and it didn't. Waiting for some huge Syndicate Heroes reprints to jump in deeper, but current prices like Prismatic, especially the SPC, coming to market. Yeah, Prismatic is always a buy. I hope we get another Dollar General. Yeah. I send Heroes Dollar General ETB. The yellow price tag would blend in. Yeah, probably. My LCS has five in the binder of Mega Lopunny. I pass every time. Yeah, you were talking about that card. It's just not a popular Pokemon, and so that means that card it's gonna take a lot for it to really drive up in value, especially after this bull market, right? It'll pull back. Who knows where that thing's gonna end up? Love the Dollar General drops. I'm out in the country. We have tons of them. No big box stores. Yeah, I have. Like, I'm in a spot where I could draw a triangle around myself with Dollar Generals. There's 3 around me, each about 15 minutes away, but each time I go, they're gone. Like, I know they have somebody that's working with these guys and giving them money, paying them off. It's got to be. There's no way that somebody knows exactly every single time that something's there. It's just wild. They try to tell me that the shipments come in at a certain time, and somebody buys them. But how do you know? How do you know the shipment's there? Grim, what is going on? 10 packs. I mean, okay, sorry. That was Rev. Grim just reminded me just now because Grim was here one of the other live streams, and I made it open. I opened up the opportunity for people to jump in on the live, like just to hop in. Anyone can hop in. And I'm gonna go ahead and mention that again. Whoever wants to hop in on the live, have any kind of discussion. If there's a topic you want to talk about, I think it would be cool. Uh, you don't have to show your face. It gives you the option to not turn your camera on. That's perfectly fine. If you do want to turn your camera on, you want to show off some stuff, you want to show off your binder, some things you've picked up, we could do whatever you want. You guys can hop in. If somebody does want to do that, though, let me know for sure. No, I'm not in the Discord. Oh, you're not. I'm honestly not the best at Discord. Never was really into it. I'm only in Rattle's Discord for research. It's all good, bro. You don't have to hop in. You don't have to at all. Discord is always in the description for anybody that does want to join. We talk about all kinds of things, market updates, singles to grade, just anything anybody wants to talk about. If somebody has an idea and they want to discuss it, it's always open for anyone that wants to have any kind of discussion, advice, or sometimes the other guys. It's not just me giving people like a play or telling them something, because most of the time I'm just there to help if you have a question. But there are many people in there that come in and say, yo, this is a good play. This card is good to grade, things like that. Reverend Rips is in there, for example, that talks about singles all the time. So it's there for anybody that does want to join. It's funny because I'm looking at my phone and I got a notification that somebody joined like 30 minutes ago. So that's always there. Also, channel membership is up, guys. Whoever joined the channel membership, thank you. I didn't realize, when I'm not on a live stream and somebody joins the membership, I don't see it. But I was looking at the dashboard and I got 12 members. And that's like a big deal to me. I mean, I know some people have like hundreds and thousands, but that was like so cool that people are joining on their own, just because they want to. And I really do appreciate it. Jamie, what's going on, brother? What's up, everyone? What's up, man? Thank you for stopping by. What's going on? Wow, pushing 300 is wild. Glad I kept 4 of them. Time is now. Swoop them on Facebook before people realize they hit that price. What went to 300? I can't remember. What went to $300? Was it the figure collection? I can't remember. I know the figure collection is at 250. I don't remember what else we discussed that was at $300. Can't remember. Sorry. Apologize. So much being talked about. If I could pick it up for 220, should I go for it? I think for 220 you could pick up something better. I think for 220, there's just better options out there outside of the Lopunny. If you want that card just for your collection, go for it. It's your collection, that's a whole different story. But when it comes to the long-term thing, like for it to gain profit, I just don't see it. Me personally, this is all speculation, which means that we're all taking a guess. We're all shooting in the dark, and we're trying to figure out what will land, right? What will work. I don't think, for me, that would be something that I'd do. I think that you could use that 220 for something better. Honestly. You know what's funny? You mentioning that. I want to show you guys. I I picked this card up in Japanese because I really wanted this card. Yo, this card is so cool. I just picked it up today. I bought it on Whatnot. It had a little bit of play, but I just wanted for my PC. Like, this is such a cool card. Such a cool card. I mean, in English as well. Like, even in English, like, I might pick it up in English as well, but it's much more expensive in English. This is such a sick card. And if you get it with the hollow bleed, it looks like a lot of the English cards don't have bleed here. But if you get it with like the double hollow bleed in it, oh my, this card is amazing. This Houndoom is sick. Sick. But look, in English, this is right. Once again, this doesn't give you a condition on price charting, right? So this card is actually somewhere like $300 raw. 3.6K and a 10. This card is amazing. Amazing, amazing. I just wanted to show that one. Like, I just picked it up in Japanese. It's got a little bit of play on the back. It looks like something that somebody that knows how to fix cards can fix. But the front looks really beautiful. Love the card. You got the Iron Crown in the mini tin. Nice. That's our first SIR, so we were happy. Prismatic, sheesh. We haven't even pulled an Evolution Pokeball in 100 packs. That's crazy. That's crazy. I did pull the Sylveon Master Ball back then. Bro, just got my truck back from a mechanic. Got my trans replaced. Oh my God, glad I had my sealed. Sold my Destined PC ATB for 400 cash and a few prismatic packs that I told you about. Right. Yeah. I'm getting annoyed with this car. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna get a new car real soon though. Like really soon. I just got to decide on what car to get, to be honest. Bought a gray Origin Bolt as well. I love Temporal. Temporal's fire, man. Temporal is so underrated. You know, I was talking about trading Temporal earlier. Like, I would trade it for something older, but it's because it's a newer set, and getting the older stuff is so much harder. I could trade Temporal now, and so if I could trade Temporal, for example, for that other question, for something newer, for something older, sorry, that's in like mint condition, I'll trade it right away. Chances of me finding a Temporal Forces booster boxes, as an example, in really good condition, it's much higher than me finding a Cosmic Eclipse or something older in good condition. So yeah. But yeah, man, Raging Bolt, amazing set. Like, I mean, sorry, Temper Forces, I think it's amazing. I think that the cards are underrated. So yeah, I think that's, I don't know, that Raging Bolt to me is amazing. People just hate on it. I don't know why, but they do. If I'm a fan like of Raikou, I'm gonna love that card. Like an alternate form, like Houndoom is really cool. If there was an alternate form of Houndoom, I'd like it. If there was an alternate form of Dragonite, I'd like it. As long as they made it look good, right? That Raging Bolt is really cool. I think that the Gaussian Fire or the Walking Wake, I think they're all like really cool, man. They look like prehistoric. Like, I don't know. That's just me. Just with the names of whoever's in the live, the real goats. Yeah, I considered doing that, and I did bring it up in the live, but some of the guys said that I should give everyone a chance on the channel, because I guess they were thinking not everybody can make it. So I went ahead and I did that. Transmission cost me $16.50. The Pokemon I sold cost me about $6.75. After I did that, my girl hasn't questioned Pokemon. Of course not. Yo, it's so funny. Once that happens, it's like, I'm glad like my girl doesn't bother me about like this Pokemon stuff. You know, I keep everything paid, and I take care of whatever we got to take care of. And she knows, like, I only do it if we're okay, especially, you know, I don't try to put us in a position where we're going to regret it. And she has also she's seen the numbers, like, of what everything's doing, you know. And you know what's funny? That the same way that I like to have these things displayed, she likes it too, which is the funniest part. I feel like one of these things, what am I doing here? Where is this thing? So yeah, I feel like she really does. Wow, some of the lights weren't on. I was just looking like, why does it look dark up there? It's funny. The same way how I like my display, she likes looking at it as well. So it's cool. I just grabbed the Clean Iron Valiant SIR. Which is that one from Prismatic or from Paradox Rift? Margarita Kasame was built around cards in 10 below 1K. That's interesting. Greed is ruining going out to get products. Some dude pulled a knife out on someone that was trying to cut, and there's always a bunch of people hovering over vending machines getting into fights. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I try to stay away from that kind of stuff, man. I really do. What's up, brother Mario? What is going on, man? Welcome to the stream, man. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. Thank you. That's why I no longer go out. It has become bad and dangerous, especially in bigger cities. Yeah. like I said before, a lot of those videos you guys seen are here in New York, whether they're in a specific borough or even upstate. I can't really say. But I've seen some, even a GameStop that was one that I knew, where there was a big fight. So it's just crazy, man. It's crazy that it's happening. I do stand up for those people that are willing to not let people cut. Like, you don't belong here. Like, you didn't stand here and spend all this time waiting as I did. You don't belong here. And you should defend yourself and things like that. There's rights and wrongs, and I'm definitely on the side of the right and not the wrongs. Yep, enjoy my little Donald General wins at MSRP when I can get them. Of course, anytime you can get something at MSRP, it's a win. It doesn't matter what it is. I went into Dollar General one day, and me and my girl were looking for packs to rip. We found the little Stella Crown binders with the 1 pack in it. I think it's 1 pack for $5. We pulled the Bulbasaur out of like 5 of those things. That was a great time. You know what I'm saying? Like, my Dollar General has been golden, perfect order, fun rip. Bought 6 packs today and hit 2 Rowlet and to Dene. Oh, the Rowlet is nice. The Rowlet is nice. Got a lot of fans behind it too. Rev, being in SoCal sucks. I have 1 Sam's, so I am skeptical on lining up early for that drop. Yeah, just sucks. Oh, Rev did say that it's online only now. I think they're trying to avoid fights. I think maybe somebody in corporate probably contacted them. So, but that also means that there will be more people that'll have opportunity to buy those. I might have to upgrade to the premium, like Rev said, because I need those SPCs. So, gotta look into that. What most people have not done is shifted their mindset. Yes, Pokemon has projected a lot, but the number of people has also, yeah, of course. And this is why, I mentioned like things that people say. People do certain things, right? Where, what is this right here? It's very small, right? Okay. One of the things that people say is something like, I've been here 7 years. Most of those people don't know what they're talking about. Yeah, you've been here 7 years, and every single bull run has been a whole different story. Like, that should be everybody's response. You've been here for 7 or whatever, 10 years, and there's been 3 bull runs, and every single one has been different. There's no way you could predict what's going to happen right now. This is by far the biggest one by, like, I don't know how much. So it's funny though, but you're 100% right. There's just as much as there's more product, there's much more people, and we have more investors, but at the same time, once again, much more people, much more demand, much more popularity. It's crazy. Correct, Rev. The drop is now online for only from what I've seen lately. Yeah, he mentioned that to me. I did not know, but then again, I also don't buy anything in person, so that didn't make a difference for me. But it's good to know, at least, so that people can know as well, because there are people, rather a few people, that I've already seen that want to line up. I bought 4 cases of Desperatable Boost Box from Hill, 1380 per. When they came out, everyone called me a Timmy. Yeah, I mean, come on, that's not a Timmy play. That's crazy for anybody to say that to you. But I bet you're happy. I bet you're happy, man. I did not read that it was online only. I got lucky on the Prince bundles online, but missed out on the Black Bull White Flare drops. Let 2 bundles talk me out of 1. What? 2 buddies. Man, I think you said bundles. Yeah, that sucks. It's hard, man. You got to go with your gut. Some of the heroes in Prizzy has what no other set has. God packs. Prismatic has the best God pack. Yeah, I mean, I guess it does. I don't know. Some the thing is that the Ascended Hero ones vary, and the Prismatic one doesn't. There's like great consistency there, right? If you get a God pack, you're getting every single evolution SIR. If you get an Ascended Heroes God pack, you might not get the Gengar. You might not get the Dragonite. You might not get any of those Pikachus. And you only get several SIRs because a part of those are also Mega Attack rares. So the God pack is definitely not as good. Pokepinner, agreeing right there. I just pulled the DR SR Mewtwo out of a $5 pack. That is wild. That is insane. I like it for you, but I hate you at the same time. I just want you to know that, Grim, because damn. I've been loving that card since it first came out, man. You got people calling it the pregnant Mewtwo or the Fupa Mewtwo. Like, you got people calling it weird names because they don't like it. And I like that card, and I have not pulled it, man. Yeah, congrats. I think Ascended will get the prismatic treatment once they get to the 30th. I think they're printing 30th, knowing it's going to be crazy. After that print, I'll go, yeah. Let's see what happens, man. Hopefully. It says I have a starred comment. Yo, what the hell? This guy Roxy, man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man. Everyone, make sure to give Jay's videos a like. Thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. Yeah, Roxy's always looking out. Thank you. But yeah, man, give me a drop a like. That's free. That's free. I like how this thing notified me that there was a starred, which means like a valuable comment on there. Pokebanner helped me cash in. What? How did that happen? I wonder if that's legit. You guys live around each other? That'd be crazy. It's all good, bro. I only got Ascended booster bundles and one ETB. I'm good. I have other ideas to grab before Ascended Heroes. You know, like Ascended is great, man. But like, if it does get like what we think is going to happen, right? Let me see. I got another notification here. I just want to make sure. You just never know. These Twitter notifications, there could be a drop at any time. That's why I'm looking into Sword and Shield. I know that Ascended will take off and eventually it'll settle at a certain price, right? Like, I know it's going to happen. But there's still a level of like uncertainty for a lot of people, right? Because we're seeing ETBs at 180, but we clearly see the potential of them dropping back down to like 140, you know? We'll have to see. Ascended is a great set, man. I've talked that set up so much. I'm not hating on it whatsoever. The price is the only thing in question. The set, top tier. Love that set. Dragonite and Gengar are like my two top favorite Pokemon like ever. So that's big for me. So that set's gonna do amazing things for sure. What cards do you think would be better for that value? Thanks. What cards do I think will be better for 220? That's hard. Everything is just so expensive right now. So a great example, believe it or not, is what I already had pulled up here. This is like a great example. Just one that's here, easy to look up. Are these Umbreons, right? Like nobody's like think about that. How many people are ripping Brilliant Stars? Are there a lot of people really ripping Brilliant? I don't see anybody ripping Brilliant, unless you go to a ripping ship and maybe somebody is ripping. But like these Umbreons, they've only been increasing in value. They went flat throughout this bull market. Start of 2024, they jumped up a little bit to 32, pulled back a little bit, still a higher low at 21, came up to 43. You know, they fluctuated a little bit in 2025, right? And then they got even a little more expensive and it just kept growing. And now look, now we're at 61 for this one. Even the other evolutions in here, the Sylveon, for example, I love this card. I pulled this card actually. You can see the growth here, what it's been doing, without even talking about what it looks like as a graded card. Even these cards, you know, were $5 or like $7, maybe $7 or $8. Yeah, look, 222, and then 4, and then out of nowhere in 2025 they jumped up a little bit to like $9, and now we're at 17. I mean, this is a thing. This is the popular Pokemon you want to look into, right? So, sadly, the modern cards, which I would assume is what you really want to see. Maybe you're more attracted to the newer stuff. I mean, maybe not because you were talking about something in Cosmic, but there are cards that can gain tremendous value within these newer sets that are probably a bit underrated, I would say. Um, Paladin Fates, this Charizard for a good while was underrated. It's no longer. At some point, it was like $200 or below. I think it was like 180. Yeah, these charts on this collector's website are a little odd to me, in all honesty. How far is this just a month? So this guy, 60 days. So he only has 60 days of work. That's not good. Uh, I like that site. It's cool, but it's like so limited. I hate that it's so limited. Um, let's just look up the shiny Charizard just to look at where it was. Right, it's just so hard right now. Everything has taken off so much. Like a lot of the opportunity has gone. I'm just trying to look up the number of the card because I don't know it. I don't know the number. Nope, my bad. So it's 234. What? Yo, what was that? Guys, oh, it's EX. That's why it's, oh my God. It should still have pulled it up. So this card for a good while was like 180. This was a good card to buy. It's now at 300, of course. Great card to buy. It's a Charizard, for example, there. It's hard to think about because I don't really look at singles too much to decide like what is good to buy. This is even a really nice card, but it's for sure at an all-time high. I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's all-time high. You know, you could probably find it for 183, all-time high. Chat, if you guys have a suggestion, mention it in chat so we could talk about it, because right now I'm drawing a little bit of a blank since I don't really look at singles too much. If you brought up a single to me, like to my attention, then we could discuss it a little better. Um, maybe what is the Latias at right now? Latias is 175. Maybe this would be a better card to be looking into. Near mint, 175. Beautiful card, legendary Pokemon, very popular. You know, the older it gets, the better it'll probably be in age. And this card, I think this card, for example, is not in an all-time high. I think it was more expensive than this. No, yeah, it was. Look, 190. So this card is not even at the all-time high. I think this card is a very nice card. A lot of people love this card. A lot of people love this card more than the top chase in this set, which is the Pikachu. So just an example, it's you. I don't keep up with the prices too much, so to try to find something at 220 specifically is hard. But there are a lot of nice cards. The Rayquaza from Silver Tempest was probably a good pickup, but now it has absolutely taken off. Where's it at right now? Trainer Gallery. Trainer Gallery. Near mint. Oh, it's already right there. Oh, no, it's still under 200. This card right here, probably a nice card to pick up. At 186, it's all-time high. It's really all-time high, so it might get cheaper. But I think that the older it gets, with it being Rayquaza cards, like, they do well. They do well. That's a really cool card to have. But expect it to pull back. You know, maybe when the market turns, it will pull back. But I still see this card growing even more. We have the Rayquaza set after the 30th. All right, so just keep that in mind. After the 30th, the Rayquaza set comes, so I think that card is gonna continue to take off. After the Rayquaza set finally comes out, it will pull back, but probably at a new at a new low, which is probably going to still be above this 186. I think that card is going to do better than where it's at right now. And just like that, Reverend is saying just grabbed a Roaring Skies Rayquaza so clean. And why did he pick it up? Because that set is coming out. He can say it himself, but I'm pretty sure that's why he did it. Let us know, Rev. Let us know. Am I wrong? Am I right or wrong? Roaring Skies. I think I might have showed this card in one of my videos. So one card that I've been calling out for a while, if you can find it for cheap, like I don't even know which Roaring Skies Rayquaza he's talking about. He could be talking about this one, which is a really valuable card and really sought after. But I think he's talking about this one, or it's one of these two. I think he's talking about. I'm not 100% sure. I know he showed me a card that looked like this one with the Cynthia on it that he picked up. But like this card right here, we have the celebrations version of this card. But this card in the 10 is so much more valuable in a PSA 10 than the one in celebrations. The one in celebrations, what was the number for this card right here? Rayquaza 76. Mega Rayquaza. Let's look up let's see what comes up like this. Celebrations. Here we go. So this card, $40, about $30 below this card, even though I'm not looking at it on TCG Player because it might be even more on TCG. It's probably not 40, it's probably more like 50 on TCG. At a PSA 10, it's $240 basically. $240 for this card in a PSA 10. But this card is $71, you know. So think about it. Let's say if it was 40, on TCG Player. Say it was the same. Let's say you had both of these cards right in front of you. I'm telling you now, and they both look like they can get a 10. You pay $30 for this card. You pay the $30 extra, $70. That's what you pay for this card. Mega Rayquaza EX M Rayquaza 76. So they're both the same number, apparently, right? And like I said before, it doesn't include condition, is why it says 36 here. And ignore the 36. It's a $71 card raw, $1,275 in a 10. Right? So this card is $71 raw. If you can find a card that's worth a PSA 10, if I know you said you're 10 years old, if you can find somebody who is well educated in grading, you know, these are going to be much harder to find. It's a much older card. But even at $100, it's a better buy than the other Celebrations one. At a 10, you know, value, right? Look, it's insane. So the difference there is astronomical. And I ended up having it on the comment there, but that's what you were saying right there. You got to be done to hop on live with you next Saturday. Yeah, man. Anytime, whoever wants to hop in, you can do it. The T market return, yo, that one, that's next. That is next. Let's see if it comes up here. That is next. Let's see. Houndoom, Team Market Returns. This one, yo, there's more than one here, right? This one with the freaking stamp. Oh, it doesn't zoom in any further than that. That sucks. I don't even know how well you guys can actually see that. This card right here with his shadow in the back on a cliff and the Team Market, you guys got to see this card closer. No, this sucks. No. I mean, these are okay, right? But this one right here, $2,150 in a 10. And I think it's like an incredibly low pop. 3 sales per year. You know, this is very deceiving. 3 sales per year, but I'm pretty sure that this card is not as available on the market as you think. See original listing just to see if it shows the pop. 23 PSA 10 pop. 23 for this thing. There you go. Here we go. Look at this thing. That's all like a hollow pattern. Instead of your Cosmos is all those like things, the fighting energy, the fire, the steel. Yo, this card is amazing, amazing, amazing. 23 pop at a 411, guys. Crazy looking card. I hope you're talking about this card. This card is next. This card is next for me, for my PC. I don't care if it's English, Japanese. I don't care. That card is so fire. Which Rayquaza did you get from Roaring Skies? 61. He actually mentioned it in the. All right, so let's see. Which one is this one? 61. This is. Oh, you got this one. That card is pretty cool too. This is the one that he got. Really cool card. Market is 95. Even this card being a Rayquaza for what's his name? Chili. Still a good pickup as a Rayquaza for the Rayquaza set coming. It's gonna pump. Rayquaza cards are gonna pump. Darkrai cards are probably pumping a little bit right now, but Darkrai, that ETB isn't doing much for that set right now. It's not making people want it. That ETB looks horrible with that fat blimp of a Darkrai there. I can't believe they did that. Concept says if you got around 225, 250, you could get a Mega Rayquaza EX from Celebrations and a PSA 10. Watch it go up over the next 5 months. The 30th and the Rayquaza set coming out. Yeah, if you buy it graded, yes, I guess it will rise. But if you could buy one of these in a 10 worthy condition, that would do way better. It's just harder to find. It will be harder to find a good quality card and in good condition and good centering. It's going to be really hard to find. You definitely can find the Celebrations one much easier in a 10 than you can find this card. Have a soft spot for Team Market Returns. Remembering ripping $80 booster boxes pre-kids wife master set was one of the few things I kept before getting back in 5 years. That's sick, man. That's sick. Rev, very nice. I picked up one of those for $18 last year, almost perfect. Sold it a few months ago for $75 because I didn't want to grade it. Kind of regret it. Can't find clean copies anymore. Yeah, it's tough. Grading is what I do. 100%. Sorry, Rev. Mine was 76. The one that Celebrations printed. Yeah, Hype them too. Yeah, hype the videos. That's for sure. Yes. Yeah, I know. I'm very aware. Yeah, he's gonna keep helping us out, man. It will grow your collection. Some of the heroes has is on the bull market right now. Yeah, Ascended is. I don't even know. People are so like their minds are so warped around Ascended. They can't just think about something else. This is why it was this was the conversation for today, right? Just talking about something like Brilliant. I think I really do think Sword and Shield is going to take off. Yeah, for sure. Ascended Heroes, $600 of Ascended Heroes. Putting 600 into Ascended is probably a good idea as well. I just feel like it's going to pull back at some point. But there are other things, for example, other than Brilliant. I just think Brilliant is going to be like, I don't know, at some point this year, I think it's going to do well. If they have that Mayhem event on TCG Player again, I think Sword and Shield, the more pricey items are going to move. Destined Rivals is probably going to move as well because there's going to be an incentive to buy with a discount. But looking at certain things that I didn't bring up in my video that I forgot about that people aren't talking about and I think might be worth it at some point is the Mega Evolution booster box case. No one is talking about Mega Evolution. Oh, this is the regular one, not the enhanced. Enhanced. Where's the enhanced case? You know, even with reprints, you know, why wait for these to take off? You know what I mean? Like, it's a good set. It's a good set. It's a deep set. It's aside from Ascended Heroes, it is the deepest set in the Mega Block. Right? This is the deepest set in the Mega Block outside of Ascended Heroes. It looks like Pitch Black is going to be a small set. We don't know what the 30th is going to have. It looks like the Rayquaza set, you know, I don't even know. It might be a small set as well. This is what they're pumping out. They're pumping out small sets outside of this set and Ascended Heroes. And I think this set is amazing. This card is amazing to me. This is a really nice card as well. I don't really love the Venusaur, but outside of that, it's still a Gen 1 Pokemon, which people absolutely love. This card is criminally underrated. This card as well is also criminally underrated. And it's funny, somebody brought up a Cubone the other day, and the Cubone, if you realize, it's on this edge of the building. It's made by the same artist. I found out a story on him. The artist actually loves Batman cards. And another card that he drew was the Batman Noivern from Evolving Skies. Same artist. They're all doing Batman-like things, being on the edge of a building or diving down like the Noivern. It's really cool that the artist is doing that. It's sick. But so many cards here underrated. Another Gen 1 Pokemon with the Kangaskhan. You got the evolution for the Bulbasaur evolution lineup here, which look really cool, which are connecting arts, of course, because you can see the vine here and then the vine attaching here. They connect to the Venusaur, really nice. Lily, one of the most popular trainers out there. The illustration rares are also really nice. The Vulpix, the Marshadow, the Steelix, the full arts, just like the Mega Evolution full arts. They all look really, really cool. But they include more illustration rares, right? This set is deeper than some people think. Executor, the Gumshoes, the Stuffle, which a lot of people like because it's cute. The Spearow. You know, look at this set, guys. Who talks about Mega Evolution? I don't hear anyone talk about Mega Evolution base. Like, some people do talk about how it's a decent set, but just nobody talks about it. Like, is it investable? I think this set's going to do well, and I think it's we'll be making a mistake at ignoring the case, right? Because the case is going to be more scarce than whatever we have when it comes to the booster boxes, right? The case, if we look at the enhanced case, we have 183 listed. In the last 6 months, only 69 have sold, right? Let's go back to a year. So 568 have sold in the beginning, 183 left, right? And if we look at how many of the single booster boxes there are, because they were in vending machines for a little while, 923. 10,272 have sold in the last year. So only 563 cases sold, or whatever, 68, I think it was. I don't know. In comparison to this 10K, like, that case is much more scarce than what these booster boxes are because they appear in vending machines. So this is one of the items I did want to talk about, like Mega Evolution. I think it's a really nice set. Even if it gets reprinted, how many cases are going to come to the market? You know, like, you're going to see a lot of the single boxes come, but how many cases are really going to come? There are things on the Pokemon market that people are not talking about, and that's when you buy. Like that's the time. You buy things when people aren't talking about it. One of the things that I did want to remember to bring up, I need one more Ascended Heroes ETB to get me to 10. I have not hit a new restock, and all 3 LCSs are sold out. Yeah, I haven't landed a single regular Ascended Heroes ETB. I just gave a PSA 10 of the Sylveon to my daughter-in-law. Wow. Which Sylveon? The VMAX? The one in Brilliant Stars? Yes, sir. That's the plan, man. I've been using extra cash from Sealed to get some cards in the $10 to $50 range. My goal is a bunch of $125 cards until I have just a flow of cards in. Yeah. Yeah, that's how you do it. You gotta start it up. I'm gonna be doing a decent amount of submissions. I just too many things have been going on. Like even the car having to be in the mechanic kind of like stops me from being able to go do that. You know what I mean? Like I can't even go anywhere. Um, only have 2 Ascended Heroes ETBs and 4 bundles. Funds were tight when the ETB dropped. Prices got away from me. Praying for massive reprints over the next year. Yeah. Um, that's a situation that I think all of us can relate. You know, I I said it last stream where I told Rev that when something, I forgot what it was, something specific happened. I wasn't liquid at the time, and so when you're not liquid, it is what it is. Everybody has their moments where they're liquid and they're not, and hopefully when you are liquid, opportunities are there. You know, it sucks when you can't take advantage, but it is what it is. It's a reality of things. Found a few dozen Ascended Heroes tins at Dollar General. Give them to my daughter. It's a lot better opening experience than Prismatic. 100%. 100%. My girl was opening this Prismatic ETB today. Pulled the Iron Crown, and I've been wanting her to pull something for so long. For so long, she's been wanting like a God Pack or a Evolution for so long. And I'm looking at her, and she's opening them. She's not facing. She's like facing me, so the cards aren't facing me. And I see her like stop, and she's just like, I think I pulled a good card, just because she's not focused on the Iron Crown. She's focused on the Evolutions, and she doesn't know who Iron Crown like that. But she's just like, I think I pulled a good card, and I'm like, you serious? Out of 180 something packs that we've opened, like finally something came up. It's tough. And I can say that I opened the 4 booster bundles for Ascended Heroes. We pulled illustration rares from there, multiple ones. We pulled the Mega Attack rare Gengar. We pulled the SIR Halucha. Like, it's a much better opening experience for sure. Being retired helped. Yeah. People lining up on the restock day is crazy. Yep, 100%. Today's prices are tomorrow's deals. Broke Pokemon, what is going on? Yeah, on some things. This is why I'm like worried about Ascended Heroes, right? Like I really feel like we're gonna get more coming to the market. So this is why I try to stick to the things that people aren't talking about so that they don't hype them up. Things that aren't getting talked about are not getting pumped to the ground. Like they're not getting pumped to the moon, I mean. And so that means that they're not being bought out because there's not that much attention there. And even though there's potential in other sets, it's great to look elsewhere. You know, they're talking about Ascended all the time now. I spoke about Sword and Shield for the last 2 weeks. It finally gets bought out after I talked about it. And look, now people are buying more Sword and Shield. Like if you look at the buy volume in some of these sets, right? Like I was going to point this out here for Silver Tempest. In the past 3 months, 120 booster boxes sold. 120. 120 in the last 3 months. In the last month, 70. 70 of those. About 70% of those purchases in the last 3 months were in this last month. Just to think about that, like now people are buying. Now in the past few days, with all Sword and Shield getting bought out, look, more buys in the past just week, which is not crazy, but it's not bad either. For sets that were just sitting flat or pulling back a little bit and weren't getting any kind of attention. Now that people are talking about them again on the internet, people are buying, whether it be here or eBay. I think more people buy on eBay because if you look here, there's 48 listed, and then you look at like the average price, 600 for the listings. So who's gonna buy $600 Silver Tempest booster boxes when market is 485? You know what I mean? So I think a lot of people go to eBay and they look things up there more often than they do for like TCG player, which I do the same. But yeah, I'm always looking for something that people aren't talking about and isn't getting absolutely pumped and just seem reasonable, right? Like it's so crazy that this happened like this. I spoke about Sword and Shield for the last few weeks, and now they're getting bought out, and people are buying some. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. It doesn't mean that. Also, it doesn't mean that it was me that affected that at all, because I'm a much smaller channel. But other channels have spoken about it. But at some point, just those groups with big money, they're the ones doing this kind of stuff. So Ascended here is a better rip experience, but not easy. Yeah, for sure. Buy Rayquaza. Yeah, but Rayquaza right now is it's been going crazy for a good while now. Rayquaza hype is on the way. Imagine the Ray set comes out and doesn't even have. Now that'd be crazy. Now it doesn't have to have Mega Ray though, right? Rayquaza can be sick, like on its own. So hopefully, that's not like an issue really. Um, I hope people aren't unhappy with possibly not having a Mega Rayquaza if it's not in there. But it's we're in the Mega Block and Mega Rayquaza exists, so I think it's pretty likely that it's going to be in there. To be honest, I'm just really more concerned with what else is going to be in the set. Like, we know Mega Ray's coming. What else is going to be in there? We know, for example, with the Darkrai set, Mega Darkrai is going to be in there. But what else is going to accompany it? I'm looking to see Mega Houndoom in there. Like, how many? Let's see. Let me just look up a quick list of. I want to see. I had a list before. I want to see all the Mega Pokemon that exist. Not Mega Evolution there. No, Mega Pokemon. List of Mega Evolutions. Where are we? Is there an image here somewhere? Okay. This is not I guess a heart. Whoa. What? Look at all these ads. That's wild. Can you remove your ads? What's going on here? I hate this. Okay. Let's just look at this site real quick. Let's see if it works with us. Venusaur we already got in Mega Base. Of course, we already got the gold Charizard Y, which who knows, that could appear somewhere else as an SIR. We got the Charizard X right there. Mega Blastoise we have not gotten as of yet. Mega Alexam we haven't gotten. Potential for these two to possibly come out somewhere. Who knows where? We got that. We got that already. Mega Pinsir we have not gotten, but it is not a dark Pokemon. So I'm looking for things like this. Mega Gyarados. I don't know if you guys notice when there's changes in Pokemon, like even Megas, they change their types sometimes. I don't know if people actually notice that. If you look at terrestrialized Pokemon, which are the ones with the crowns, for those who don't know, often change types. So if you look at the Paradox Rift Garchomp, it is not a dragon type. It is a water type Pokemon, for example. One of those that does change. So Gyarados is dark. Could we get Mega Gyarados in the next Pitch Black? That would be justified. Mega Mewtwo. I can't believe we haven't gotten that. I thought that was going to be in Mega Dream, but it didn't appear. Not the Mega. We got Mewtwo, but not the Mega. What else? Mega Ampharos could be in the Rayquaza set, right? There's a dragon. It's a dragon type there. You see how it changes. Who knows? There's just things there, but like Mega Houndoom is what I'd be looking for. Mega Tyranitar, what I'd be looking for in that Pitch Black set. Like, I think it's a fail on Pokemon's behalf if they don't give us Dark Pokemon in that Pitch Black set, which is crazy. We did hear about the Ruby and Sapphire sets that were supposed to be like leaked in that list of sets that got leaked. Remember, all these sets that have come out were all on it. That set, that list, that leak that everybody thought would have probably been a lie because it was a leaked list. Yo, it's been legit. It's been on the mark. So we might be getting a Mega Blaziken, right? So this is the kind of stuff that I was looking into. Like, I was preparing a video. I never actually had put it out. When it comes to the Mega Pokemon that we could have gotten in sets, and all these Pokemon here they're all potential to come out in a set. So you could be looking forward to possibly a Mega Blaziken in that Ruby and Sapphire set, and that means you could load up on Blazikens well before anyone is buying Blazikens up. Just keep that in mind. This is the kind of stuff that you need to do to actually be ahead. What else? Like Aggron is a decently popular Pokemon, really cool. Mega Aggron looks sick too. Who knows where that appears? The Mega Absol we already got. Mega Garchomp we have not gotten, but you never know. Maybe the Rayquaza set with a Dragon type. But just things like that, right? If you're looking at the more popular ones that haven't appeared yet, it's possible, or it might be a great play to start buying up the ones that we have not gotten yet. To start buying up some Houndoom cards, to start buying up maybe some Mewtwo cards, maybe some Blaziken cards, things like that. I was gonna make a video on cards that you could buy, looking at a lot of these cards. I think we have a Mega Metagross as well. Mega Metagross for some reason is not on this list, but that was one of the Pokemon that I was looking into that day. Darkrai was one of them that came up. It's so crazy because I have it written down in a notepad and I never made the video. But just something to think about, right? So some of these Pokemon can appear out of nowhere in one of these sets. Mega Alakazam cards out there. There are some other Mega Alakazams as well. The Blastoise, yeah, this is one way to get ahead, right? I'm always looking at a way to get ahead before the booms take off, whatever it is. It's a big thing, I think. When it comes to speculating, you should be trying to look ahead before things actually take off. Chasing, like it's okay if you start buying once everything starts moving, like in the beginning of it, but more often than not, people are just chasing something that's on the rise. And sometimes they just buy in too late, they grade too late, they do things too late. And then by the time they're actually trying to do something, it's like done. That's absolutely why it is 61 out of 108. I don't know what you're talking about that. Sell that card. It will tank one of the worst Mewtwo of all time. What Mewtwo? Which Mewtwo are you talking about? Oh, the Mewtwo from Distant Rivals. Why do you think? I don't know why you think that. You know what's funny? That Mewtwo isn't bigger on the lower body in that image. They didn't make that Mewtwo isn't the way you're perceiving that Mewtwo, or people perceive it when they talk about, like, they called it a like a pregnant Mewtwo. I don't know what. That view is from below. That Mewtwo is hovering above. He's like levitating. He's gonna look bigger from the feet up. The head's gonna look smaller than the lower body, than the lower section of the body. So what he is levitating in the air. Like, that card to me is amazing, honestly. Like, so I don't know. This card right here, like, he's levitating. He's not on the ground. There's a reason why he looks like that, and he's looking down at you. And so somebody called it the pregnant. I don't know. This card looks sick to me, man. Giovanni right here, looking badass. This Mewtwo is clearly not a nice looking Mewtwo. This looks sick. I love the aura around him. Like, I like the energy, like, coming off of his hands. Like, this looks sick. The only thing that would have been better is him charging up like a shadow ball. Would have been sick. But he's not on the ground. He's hovering above. He's supposed to look bigger. This is a great piece, man. I don't know. That's my opinion. Everybody, we're not gonna all like the same thing, but that's just me. Grab the Shining Legends instead and thank me later. I mean, that one is really cool too. But it's also a much older card. Isn't it more expensive? Isn't that card more expensive? This card is. I'm assuming you're talking about the tube Mewtwo that people talk about a lot. This is not like even on this site, it doesn't show condition, like when it comes to how they sold. But it's $528 without condition, and it's an older card. So if you look at the ungraded sold listings, look, 800, 730. Yeah, they're expensive. Isn't that other Mewtwo like $400? It's 33% cheaper, but it is insane in the 10. But to find these in 10 conditions is wild. But this is a really cool card as well. But I don't know. It sucks. You can't even. Once again, you don't see a big image. But I don't know. It is a nice card. It is a real cool card. I'm not saying it's not. It is a much older card and much harder to find in a good condition. And most people that have it in a good condition graded it for sure. But you have a much higher chance of finding that SIR in a graded condition. And Mewtwo's they just do well. They always do. What's something you dislike about Pokemon? I hate that they reuse art too much. That I hate. They put, like, Ascended Heroes has a whole bunch of reprints of other sets. What do I hate? Sometimes I hate that they make a set every 2 months. Sometimes it feels like there's too much to catch up. And it feels like they're always behind on printing because they're printing one set and then focusing on another, while it's like they're focusing. They can't focus on as many sets as they create when it comes to reprints, at least, because you always have your initial print cycle. But when it comes to reprinting, it makes it so that they have such a hard time printing these sets. But I mean, I don't know. They basically doing something right. You know, they're worth, I don't even know how much, 130 something billion, I think. Um, but yeah, that's something I definitely dislike. I wish there was just a little more product, but at the same time, then you wouldn't have the scarcity thing. I don't know. I go back and forth with it. Um, but yeah, that's why I have no celebrations. No, Grim, I forgot. But I also forgot because I keep thinking about it and I don't know what size box to get. I have not made up my mind. I can't decide on what size PO box I should get. Help Can you help me out with that? Do you have a PO box? I don't, guys, anybody here have a PO box? I don't know what size PO box to get. Grim wants to send me some stuff. I think somebody else said that they wanted to send me some stuff the last time. I just don't know what size PO box yet. If that happens, and I could possibly go grab a PO box Monday, to be honest. You know, the Mewtwo in a 10 was over 2K already. It already tanked. Ain't no way the main chase with Distant Rivals just gonna fall off the map. No, it's not gonna fall off the map. But just, you know, they're volatile. Singles are volatile. Even this card right here, right? It's really expensive right now. But it has had crazy movement. I mean, this card right here actually hasn't been as volatile as the Distant Rivals one, but the Distant Rivals one is in such a weird place. Like anything in this bull market, and I said this before, anything that increases in value exponentially, like really fast, can have the opposite action happen, right? So that's why gradual growth is so important. Organic growth is so important for that reason. If something takes off straight up, it can actually come right back down like really hard, and that's one thing that people need to realize. It's just a realistic thing. It can happen. The Mewtwo was 2K, but that was like that was like pre-release prices. You know, that was in May of 2025. It released at the end of May in 2025. And whoever graded at this point had it pre-release, graded it well before anybody could actually have the opportunity to grade it themselves, and it sold for 3K almost. Came back down to 1K in July, went back up to 1.9, and is back down to 1.1, and has been rising ever since. It's up to 1.4. I didn't even show that to you guys, but whatever. And you guys can hear that. It's up to 1.4. It's still within its print cycle, but now it's in a position where it looks like the growth is much more gradual than what it was. If you look at the chart, it did that, right? It went back to that next high and it came back, and now it's much more gradual, and now it's at 1.4. So it's in a much more organic place right now. But once again, everything's pumping. Vendors and sellers of all kinds are extremely confident. So a lot of what's happening right now may not stay. You know, things are going to continue to change. That Dark Houndoom is incredible. She's, yeah, fire. I love it. Team Market Hollows are fire. Yeah, love it. DJ Bomb, what is going on, DJ? What's up, brother? Thank you for stopping by. I'm really behind on these comments, bro. 22 Kaboom. What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. Whoever hasn't been here before, welcome. DJ, thank you for stopping by, man. I was in your live earlier, but I couldn't stay for too long because I was already planning to go live. And even though I didn't want to stop watching, I couldn't keep watching and go live, so I had to make the choice. But thank you, man. Thanks for stopping by. I don't know if you heard me about the comment, man. I said, what happened to the content creator discount? Let me know. Yo, type 22 in the chat for the content creator discount. I'm looking for some Sword and Shield boxes that he has on his background, but he's not listing. So, you know, maybe he can hook up content creators with what he's got back there. I know you're laughing over there, DJ. I know. I feel it right now. I can feel it. I need some of those booster boxes. I've been looking at Sword and Shield stuff. And I have been buying, actually, especially as of late, like a good amount. What are Pal de Evolved? What do you mean? What are they at? Let's see. Let's see right now, actually. Pal de Evolved, I think the last I saw it was 440, I believe. Unlike singles, I actually look at these prices a ton. I believe it was 440, but who knows what's changed ever since then. They went up. Somebody bought Pal de Evolved. Oh, see, once again, guys, the same people that were buying in these past few days bought Pal de Evolved. Like I said, it's not normal for these sales to happen exactly the same in the past few days. So they've been buying. It was at 440, 450. It's at 481 now. 481. Lowest listed. This guy has one sale. Okay, he's at 410, but then 450, 460, and that's where we're at. 460, 480 for Pal de Evolved. This set is pretty stacked. It's pretty stacked. I think it has a good future ahead of it. I would say if you find it from Orange Skies, it would be a buy on the spot. 100%. I wouldn't even blink. I would not even blink. Mega Evolution has the worst booster box design. All Mega block boxes have the worst design ever. They all do. I used to think Desert Rivals would come down in price too. Yeah, a lot of people did. I thought the same thing. Love the Steelix. Yeah, the set is amazing. Marvick, I believe you're new here. Just something I'm noticing. Thank you for stopping by. Why are people scared of reprints? Whatever I'm just in case you're talking to me, whatever we're talking about reprints, it matters just because your buy-in price can change. But I am all for reprints. I want reprints. If you get reprints, you get a more affordable price, for you to buy in. Let's see. Aren't they just old stock from Pokemon's warehouse? They only do reprints when really needed, and it's a rare occasion. Well, one thing I will say is that wherever you heard that from, I guess it's a decent guess, but it's probably not accurate. And the reason why I'm saying that is because Pokemon doesn't let out information to anyone. People don't have insider information. So this is why a lot of people from distro that have distro say, oh, distro says that they're going to be getting booster boxes from this set. As of right now, this is usually what happens if you listen to like Anon TCG or some other people that have stores that have been well involved with distro for a while. They will tell you what their distro is saying, and more often than not, they're telling you that the distro is saying that they're receiving booster boxes, which means they're going to be available to them. And so that's all they can tell you, because literally no one out here that I've even heard from at all anywhere has inside information with Pokemon. So everything else is speculation or a guess of some kind. No one really knows what Pokemon is planning. Pokemon just doesn't let out that kind of information. So that's the best you'll get. I mean, that's why speculation is such a big thing. If we knew how much each set would be printed and we knew how many booster boxes there'd be, we'd be talking about a whole different thing. This market would be entirely different. Destined Rivals booster boxes would not be $600 right now. They'd be way more expensive than that. If people assumed or knew or had information that we weren't going to get any more Destined Rivals, like at all, bro, the ETBs alone, they're already at $200 and something. They would be, I don't know, $500. The booster boxes would already be $1K. If you look at what this market is doing, those booster boxes would be $1K easily. And just all those other really, really good sets, they would be obliterated. These prices would not be where they are at right now. That's at least, from what I've seen and whatever I've investigated, the questions I've asked, that's what I gained from that. I'm gonna buy Mega Evolution case this week. Bro, it's only $1,600 is why I'm pointing it out. No one's talking about Evolution base. It's a great set. No one's talking about it. Nobody's buying it out. Even if it's a newer set, how much cheaper is it really going to get? Trinity Together is at 15K. It's at 1,500. How much cheaper than 16 is Mega Evolution base going to get? That's where I'm looking at it, right? No one's talking about it. It's a pretty deep set. It's one of the deeper ones in Mega, aside from Us Under the Heroes, and no one's talking about it. Reprints no longer scare people. There is a shortage of products. Yeah, 100%. Demand is crazy high. Snack Bread, what is up, man? Welcome, man. Welcome. Yes. I don't know to what. Iron Crown was a really good card to pull. Yeah, my girl actually was happy with it. And even though when you look at images online, they don't look great. Oh, I don't know if you saw that, DJ, because you've been trying to rip Prismatic and get something. My girl ripped Prismatic ETB. I'm thinking you just got in. Well, how old are these comments? 1055? Oh, man, you've been here for 20 minutes. I don't know if you saw it. Where is it? What'd I do? Oh, here we go. My girl finally pulled, after about 180 packs, finally, the Iron Crown. I'm trying not to show the glare of the other screen, and then I got a light over here. Iron Crown. Finally an SIR. First out of like 180 packs. The Mega Attack Rare Gengar would be 200. I think so, too. I agree. I think so too. It's just Gengar. That's why I said, like, I don't often buy Japanese, but sometimes it's too obvious. Sometimes it's like, yeah, I'm gonna buy that Japanese Mega Attack Rare Gengar, and I bought a few already, and I'm gonna buy more. I don't care what anybody says. You can not like Japanese all you want. There is no Gengar out there, English or Japanese, that hasn't gained value and hasn't been incredibly expensive. It doesn't matter. Yes, it is cheaper. It's also cheaper to buy right now. So your risk will be much lower. And yeah, everything Gengar has done really well. And you could actually buy the PSA 10 Japanese card. I saw Pristine 10 a little while ago at 110, and I put it on my watch list on eBay, but I think it's gone already. So you can find some decent prices out there. Sun pulled two. I pulled one. I don't know. Oh, the Mega Tech Rare Gengar. Nice. That'd be crazy if I did the same. Ascended Heroes is the only set I'm opening with my daughter. We're going to master set it together. Nice. Don't. Damn. I know you want to open it all and just get that feeling, that dopamine hit. I was gonna say, don't be afraid of buying some of those singles, some of the ones that um, just aren't worth even chasing. I'm working on a Ascended Heroes master set, and I'm close, but I have 7 ETBs, 8 before I ripped last night, and 4 PC ETB that I will not open. I'm only opening booster bundles and blisters from now at MSRP if possible. Yeah, I would stick to that. They're just too. This is why I don't rip too much. It's hard to justify ripping that much right now. Pokemon, let me know if you need any reverses. I have a bunch. Nice. We just pulled the Enzoroark SIR. How good does that look? It's got to be a beautiful card in hand. How far are you into the master set? Okay, these guys are just having a discussion amongst themselves. Missing the new Mega Black. Yeah, that's what we need. That's what I'm saying. So you can speculate and look at cards that may be coming out eventually. Um, that's the people who do that, I'm not gonna lie, are the ones who usually do the best. Every people who come out and buy Sword and Shield, for example, before it gets pumped are the ones that do amazing. People who are buying Phantasmal Flames while everybody crapped on it, everybody other than me. Not that it made a difference, but because I like the Charizard so much and I like many other cards in there. People that were buying Phantasmal when the box was $220 are up big right now. The people who believed in the set while nobody else believed, yeah, speculation. You gotta buy something, believe in something, and buy it. It's got to make sense, of course. But Destiny could have been so much better with Dark Pokemon for sure, 100%, 100%. I agree. I was looking forward to that, but we clearly didn't get that. We'll open us into the heroes over the next 2 years, see what we pull, and then pick up big cards we don't hit. Okay, that makes sense. Also, getting the 9 first partner promos for her binder. Just finished series 1. Nice. I'm looking forward. Yo, series 2, that Totodile with the shiny Gyarados and the Lake of Rage, bro. I know I got like a Twitter account that like posted it, right? So I can see the images there. Yo. Oh, for those that just got in here, I'm seeing it now pop up on Twitter because Reverend Rips mentioned it. No more in-store Sam's Club for the SPC. It's all going to be online. It's all going to be online. Now, where is this thing? What the hell? Wow, it looks like Costco has that Lego Eevee for cheaper than what Lego was selling it for. How funny is that? Everybody bought it at those prices, and Costco has them for cheap. Come on, where is this Series 2 pictures, man? I know a whole bunch showed up on my Twitter. I'm trying to find this Totodile, man. That Totodile looks sick. Where is this thing? I'm gonna have to just like look it up. Like actually, all right, I'm gonna have to just look it up. That sucks. Series 2. Series 2. No, that's not what I was looking for. Where are TCG player? Probably inflated like crazy right now. Does this thing have it? And what? I can't find it. Damn, that Totodile looks so good with the Lake of Rage. That Totodile looks so good. I don't even know how to look it up right now. Series 2 Pokemon Collection. Is that, you know what? It should be on Poke Beach, no? It should be on Poke Beach. Revealed. Oh, here they are. I found the site that had it. Yeah, this right here. This with the Lake of Rage, if you guys played the games, bro, the Lake of Rage total dial, damn, this is sick. Like everybody aims for this Gyarados, like everybody wants it, right? And then you have the Sudowoodo here with the squirt bottle to wake him up. That's pretty cool too. I love that they included that. I can't remember what this is right here. I cannot remember what this is. I think this might be the Team Rocket Tower, or the radio tower or something like that was actually affecting the Gyarados. I think this actually, this is so cool. This is so sick. Now, I didn't play the games for these, so I don't really know exactly what's going on here, which I wish I did, and neither did I do for these. So that sucks. Gen 1, 2, though, and 3, too good. Too good. Serious question. Where did you buy your evolution curtains? Oh, bro, I'm so sorry. I think you commented on one of the videos. I just have had so much trouble keeping up with the comments. Honestly, I looked it up online. I don't remember where I got it from. I do not remember where I got it from. It was not like a popular website at all. I was looking up like what was I looking at? I was looking up blackout curtains. Like I was looking up blackout Pokemon curtains just so because I don't like the sunlight coming in during the morning. And that's how it came up. You should probably be able to find it like pretty easy. I didn't have to look hard. It just came up. Also, I got a clean Supreme Victor's Rayquaza. You did show me that one. I think you showed it in the Discord, didn't you? I have a EU Square Paldea Evolved case listed with Probostine right now for sale. Wow. How much is that going for right now? Opinion on buying sealed perfect order. Perfect order is going to have such a hard time appreciating, in all honesty. Perfect order doesn't have the greatest chase. People don't really like Zygarde that much. The set isn't. It's like no real great chase aside from the Mew. Sorry, what am I saying right now? The Meowth. Holy crap! Outside of that, the Clefairy, and I think that's it. The Esper maybe, and the Rowlet, and then you're done. So there isn't much desirability there. If somehow the popularity for Zygarde increases, then yeah. But outside of that, like I don't see the potential there. Like, yes, everything ages. Eventually, like things do appreciate in value, but you will have a much harder time having that appreciate in value than you will with other sets. What is that even sitting at right now, right? Like, if you look at the demand, right, and demand can be judged by buy volume, it could also be judged by the price because it means people aren't willing to pay that much for this box. If I remember correctly, because of how crazy the market is, Poke said, Brian, that these boxes would not be under $220 after release. It's been under 220 ever since. It pre-ordered for more on TCG Player and has gone down and is climbing really, really slow. I mean, you could buy some. Like I said, it will appreciate, but just really slow, man. I'd rather put my money into something else, honestly, because you're gonna have a hard time having this grow. I'd rather put it into other stuff. I'd rather even put it into Paradox Rift, believe it or not. I'd rather put it into Temporal Forces. I'd rather put it into other stuff, I'd rather put it into Mega Evolution. Even if it pulls back, I'd still rather put it into that. I'd rather put it into Chaos Rising. Chaos Rising is not out yet, but I'd rather put it into that. But Prismatic, of course, surging has been 250 for who knows how long. I'd rather have Journey Together than Perfect Order. I mean, just anything over Perfect Order right now, honestly. Almost anything. I don't know, man. It doesn't have too much going for it. Like, what in here and this thing, TCG Player sucks. Look at this. This happens on my phone, on my computer. So yeah, like what is really, this was supposed to be the top chase. It was supposed to be the top chase at $92. The Mega Clefable there, which is one of the nicer cards, at $78. This is a really nice trainer card at 76. The Mega Starmie's down to 74. Clefairy is the best IR in the set at 30. Like what else are you looking for in here? Like the Rowlet, maybe the Esper, like I mentioned. The Aurorus is $4. The Esper's 4. Rowlet 6. It's just like, look at that. There's no value here. So for that reason, I just wouldn't buy into Perfect Order. Like I don't have a single Perfect Order thing. Perfect Order is the only product or set that I was okay with missing on the Pokemon Center, and I bought none of it. I don't buy the PSC TV, the booster box. I just simply didn't believe in it. And I will tell you right now, if you don't believe in it in something, don't buy it. So for me, I don't believe in Perfect Order. Will it grow over time? Yes. Eventually it'll start moving, but really, really slow. Like it'll be the cheapest thing probably in all of Mega. Probably. As of right now, from what we're seeing. Depends on why you're buying. Okay, looking for money gains, buy sealed perspective. Well, there you go. Buy sealed sets, people ripping mass, but all sealed goes up with time. Yes, just it's gonna go way slower than others. Yeah, boss up prismatic 2, LOL. Oh, he was here, so he heard me. We was more extended heroes restocks like booster bundles or collection boxes and yeah, for sure. You're definitely gonna find much more to rip. The good news, welcome all the guys that I haven't seen, guys that I know. I don't recognize your names, and you're new here. Thank you for stopping by, man. I appreciate it. Awesome, congratulations. GameStop Gengar is expensive as fuck. It is an ugly Gengar. It is a regular hollow rare from Perfect Order with a GameStop stamp. I'm not for it. I will not buy that thing at all. I expect more like 14 packs at Costco boxes. Did Crown 151 Prismatic. I expect Ascended Heroes 14 pack. Yeah, I expect the same. I expect the same. And if not, then I expect more of those poster collections to pop up on Costco. That's what I'm expecting. Has anyone pulled a Mega Charizard EXSIR from any booster bundles? I don't think. Well, who knows? I haven't. That's for sure. Took my son to our town first card show today. Nice. I bet he loved it. That would have been sick. And yeah, second series looks good. That's my favorite too. The Total Dot with the shiny Gary. Exactly. Yo, that just brings me back to it. Just automatically brings me back to the game. So sick. For sure that curtains is not from it's not from Timu, but I forgot what website it was. I mean, I feel like I can Google it right now. I looked up Pokemon Blackout, and it's not the greatest blackout curtain in the world either, but it's not a regular curtain either. Pokemon Blackout curtain. I saw a ton right now. Like even the first thing that's popping up, it's not exactly what I saw the first time. Um, it sucks because I don't know. I didn't memorize the site. Like I bought it and then I forgot about it. You know what I'm saying? Um, is this it? Look, I just found it. I just found it. This was it right here. This is it right here. So I mean, I just Googled, like I said, I just Googled Pokemon Blackout Curtain. I clicked on shopping, and a list of these came out. And there are a lot of cool curtains actually that I was looking into. There was another one here that I was thinking about buying. Like this is one of them that I was thinking about buying. They're not cheap though for curtains. This is $112 curtain. This was $94. But yeah, I was looking into a lot of these different curtains because I wanted something cool. I almost bought this one right here with all the Gen 1 Pokemon. But yeah, that's all it was. Nothing crazy. Zygarde is the strongest Pokemon, Loki. I guess. If you've seen the show, you know I have. People just don't like it, and they're not finding nostalgia anywhere within that. Like you have to give it time to age for people to be able to look back on it and say, "Oh man, I saw that when I was a kid," or whatever. A lot of the people like, I'm not gonna lie. If you watch the show and you saw Zygarde in there, especially that in the show they have the shiny Zygarde, it's white and green. It looks so freaking cool. It is really powerful. I'm not gonna lie. It like held back and did not destroy everybody just because it felt bad and it thought that whatever was happening in the show at the time was wrong. So he actually disobeyed his master or his owner, whatever you want to call him, his trainer. Um, but the shiny Zygarde looks sick. And I'm not saying it's not a cool Pokemon. I specifically just don't like this card. I think it looks horrible. I don't know what's happening here. I know he's using that thing that he uses to attack, but it looks horrible. He just looks like a weird, I don't know, eight-legged spider thing. That's what it looks like. Whatever. It's just they did a bad job with the card. Is really what it is. Chaos Rising, perfect order is going to be slow growth. Hell yeah, super slow. I just sent a perfect order reverse Gengar into PSA. Who knows? Hey, you never know. Nice group. I have a few to send. Still not sure why Starmie would be 75. Should be only 20 to 30. We need these chase cards to get down to the prices they used to be. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Everything's inflated. So when people ask me about like singles, you have to think about what they're going to be like in the bull market. So if you're buying something that's for your PC, don't buy now. It's not unless you're just okay and you just want it right now. You're not going to be upset with the prices later on. Buying during the bull market is not smart when it comes to buying singles. Everything's incredibly inflated. Even the Clefairy that I really like, in a bull market, it's probably like $10, maybe even less. You know what I'm saying? Even those other cards that are $4, that like the Rowlet is 677, the Esper 477, the Aurora's 4. In a bull market, these things are like $1, $3 cards. You know what I mean? $2 cards. You know, everything right now is inflated, including the big chase cards. They're all inflated. So just keep that in mind. If you're buying for the PC, if you can be patient and wait. If you're not buying it for the PC and you're grading, that's a whole different story. It's a whole different story. Definitely the play. Grand Perfect Order has some good plays. Yeah, for those IRs that we were talking about. The Clefairy, the Rowlet, the Esper, things like that. The Dene. That Gengar is referred to as the Game Guard. Yeah, Snackbird has been spreading that for some time now. The Game Guard. I mean, it's not even the greatest looking Gengar, and all it does is have a GameStop stamp. I like personally me, I don't find it valuable. Almost $200 Gengar promo is wild. I may trade it. Yeah, I would do the same. Honestly, I would trade that for something else. I'd trade that for the freaking Charizard from Paldean and Fates. I'd trade that from the Charizard from Brilliant Stars. I'd trade that with 2 Umbreons from freaking Brilliant Stars. I'd trade it for each one and the Sylveon VMAX from Brilliant Stars. Like, I'd have those 3 cards that are way better as opposed to that thing. Singles are about grading to level up. Right. Exactly. Training and burning, baby. It's cool. Found them. Thanks. Yeah, no problem, brother. No problem. I'm glad you found them. I'm sorry. I saw that comment. Like, I get notified with every single comment, but bro, I have, as of late, I have not been able to keep up with all the comments. And I usually comment to everyone, and I'm trying my best, but so many things going on at work and other places. But eventually I get to every single comment. Pulled God Pack from Ascended Heroes today. Mega Gengar. No way. Bought 2 booster boxes and 10 packs in and hit. What? Not booster boxes. You meant to say booster bundles. Wow. That's crazy. Wow. That God Pack would fund so much more for me right there. Like, if I wanted to keep that Gengar for my PC, or like whatever, I'd keep whatever I want to keep for my PC and move everything else instantly. If I want to grade, I will grade them because Ascended Heroes has such a high gem rate. If I want to grade them, I'll grade them. If not, I'm just trading those things. I'm trading them and moving into something else right away. Like, not even funny. I'll even replace everything Ascended Heroes that I just ripped and keep it sealed. That's crazy. Yeah, I pulled my second Megazord SIR from event. That is crazy. Yo, what the hell? I mean, I haven't opened that much Phantasmal anyways, to be honest. It's been hard to find that. I mean, I ripped, I think, 2 ETBs and a 3-pack blister or something like that, but nothing crazy. Sports cards guy, looking to start investing. Thoughts on starting with sealed Charizard Ultra Premium Collection? I think they're like 550-ish. So, I mean, they're great, right? The only thing is, like I said before, they're already so expensive. It makes it so much harder for people to buy. I could pull these up right now, but what they have inside is insane. Like, the promos in there, it is a great product. I do expect it to rise in value. All I'm trying to say is just be aware that it'll take a little more time to move at some point. Because of course they're expensive. I mean, you know that. I'm pretty sure you know that already. You've been in sports cards collection. Anything that's valuable is that much harder to move. And they have moved recently. Actually, they're up almost 10% in the last month. These aren't bad at all. Like, I ripped one of these, and it's got Evolving Skies in there. It's got Chilling, Fusion. It's got those 3 Charizard promos, which are all great cards. There's a lot packed well within this product right here. There's like a lot of packs in there. Um, it just hit an all-time high. Like this is for sure an all-time high, 537. I don't think it's a bad product to buy. It just sucks that it's 537 already. Um, like it's probably going to flatten out at some point right here. And it really, the real question is, when is it going to start moving again? We are heading towards the 30th. I think that the 30th, by the time we get from now to the 30th, I think everything is probably going to increase in value just a tad bit. Some of them more than others. And one of the things that you have to think about is like hype. Like if you're watching YouTube content, um, you're not seeing this product talked about a lot, and that makes such a big difference when it comes to people buying into it. Now, I'm surprised that 103 of them have been sold in the past month. Um, while seeing what's happened in the last week, some things have been getting bought. I'm surprised, honestly. Only 48 left on TCG Player. You know, I wouldn't be surprised seeing this thing at $1,000 one day. We're seeing what the 1511 did, but it is 151, and that's just pure nostalgia. And everybody's spending money on 151. But this is a great, great product. Like it is. Just know that it's expensive already, and it's gonna get really expensive, I think. I don't think it's a bad buy at all. Um, it just makes me think about, what else, as I'm talking to you, I'm thinking about what else may be a better move. But these right here are not bad at all. You've got all the Sword and Shield packs in here. You got the 3 promos. It's a really nice box to even open. Like it's really cool for the opening experience. So I don't think it's a bad product at all if that's what you want to start with. Um, but it's got a lot in there, bro. It's got Evolving Skies, which people love, and you've eventually, even if you're starting now in Pokemon, you've definitely heard Evolving Skies getting thrown around left and right. It's like it's considered to be the best set ever, if not one of them. And it's got some of those packs in there. It doesn't have too many. I think it has like 3. But still, it's an opportunity to try to, you know, open up some Evolving Skies. And like I said, those promos, like when they get graded in a 10, are insane, like insane. I actually have one of them right here. I don't know if you've ever actually looked at the contents. I need a new chair, by the way, guys. Don't talk bad about my squeaky chair, okay? I need a new chair. I am 240 pounds, by the way. I'm 6'1", 240. This is one of them right here, actually, that I bought a good while ago, which I want to get it reslabbed and a PSA slab because it looks immaculate. I don't even know why I got a 10, but I believe pristine 10s are harder to get than the what do you call it? Why does this car this camera sucks? Um, what do you call it? It looks amazing, and a pristine 10, I'm pretty sure it's harder to get than a PSA 10. So I want to reslab this card, and I can't find anything wrong with it. I can't find the centering to be off like that. Yeah, I feel like this would regrade real well. But this is one of them, and it's Charizard fighting Mewtwo, and a lot of people love this card. It looks amazing. So I think it's a good product to buy into, but I think you could do more with that 550 is all. If you look around a little more, maybe some other things might pique your interest. But these, once again, there's no reprints of these. They're not going to pull back in value. Most likely, just because there's movement on the market, just overall, it might pull back to like 520. It's 537 right now. Just because the market moves, it might pull back to 520 just because it's what it's supposed to do. It goes up and down, right? But it won't pull back much, right? Like every time this thing hit an all-time high, it didn't pull back much. It pulled back a little and then it just kept moving. So I think this is a good buy, honestly. I keep thinking that you could do more with it right now, but nothing's really coming to mind exactly what would be better for you. Like I do like Sword and Shield boxes right now, but just like Sword and Shield boxes, this is not getting talked about, just like they're not getting talked about. But it's moving. It's still moving, even though people aren't talking about it. So I think it's a good buy. After now thinking about it a little more, I think it's a good buy, honestly. I think it's right up there with all the Sword and Shield products. It is a Sword and Shield product. So I think it's going to do well. Fino, what is... Oh, the God Pack. Yeah, that's sick. Lil Time Mining. What's going on, brother? Welcome to the stream. Oh, that was you that said the God Pack. Yeah, the God Pack thing, bro. I've never pulled a 151 God Pack. I never pulled a Prismatic God Pack, clearly, and I never pulled Ascended. I mean, I didn't open as much as you have. You opened more than I did, bro. But was so excited, instant palm sweat. Had to walk away when I saw the first card. That's crazy. Yo, that feeling has to be insane. Yo, that dopamine hit, crazy. But yeah, I'm just looking at this Sword and Shield box now, thinking more and more of it. I think it's a good play. It is, like I said, at an all-time high, so I probably pulled back a little bit. But I think it's going to keep moving. Which God Pack? The Mega, he got the Mega Gengar Ascended from Ascended Heroes. Was it the True God Pack with the 5 big dogs? That's what I'm saying. There's no consistency in that God Pack. That's the reason why the Prismatic God Pack is better. Bisealed Prismatic Sports Card guy, easy double, more over the next year. Yeah, I know it looks like he's trying to buy something older. Prismatic is what I am targeting right now. So is Poke Painter, because me and him have spoken on the side on Discord. I'm targeting Prismatic because Ascended Heroes is taking attention from everything right now. Prismatic was the top tier set to buy into before Ascended Heroes came around, and now that Ascended Heroes is out, it's taking everybody's attention away. And I just think it's the best time to buy Prismatic now while everybody's looking at Ascended Heroes. And now people are looking at the buyout in Sword and Shield. And so I think it's a great time to be buying Prismatic. You know, sealed ETBs, cases, some SPC cases. I just got one of each. Yeah. And then we're going to have the Sam's Club drop, which is probably going to make them even cheaper on the secondary market. So I plan on buying them at MSRP. I plan on buying more off the secondary market when they get even more affordable. So yeah, that's where I would go. Like I was saying, I was drawing a blank at the moment, but either way, I've been talking about it all the time. Prismatic is what I'm focusing on right now. Prismatic and some of the Sword and Shield boxes that haven't been targeted, which means not Lost Origin and not Fusion. I'm looking at Brilliant Stars, which I had pulled up here before already. I'm looking up Silver Tempest and Brilliant Stars. Even though Silver Tempest has had some buys in the past few days, you're still finding them on eBay for a decent value. Like Brilliant Stars is at 600 at market price, and you're finding market price value here because it hasn't been manipulated, it hasn't been bought out. You know, so you're still finding good value here at 600 at market price. And then if you're looking up silver, which not case because I was looking at a case before too, but the cases are much more scarce. You're still finding something close to MSRP, 500, but it has the best offer, which I would always offer. At least make an attempt, right? 500. Ignore this. This is a what? Probably Spanish. Yeah, Spanish booster box. 475. But you know what I mean? Like you're finding decent value here, and these are once again boxes that will not get reprinted. Have amazing chases, being the Lugia, and look at this. Both of these 20. Is this real? Is this real? I'm sorry, guys. Is this real? 100% positive. Yeah, he sold 291. Positive feedback with 2 bids with 22 hours left. I'm gonna put that in my watch list. Sorry, guys, had to do that live. But yeah, man, there's different things here to buy all the time. Silver and Brilliant right now have not been bought out, so the prices are pretty damn organic. But I wouldn't be surprised if you saw more of these Sword and Shield boxes getting bought out, to be honest. My GameStop, my city is converting to a LCS type store. All GameStops are. They're all doing the same thing. It's just all over. Thing happening everywhere. Or stick to Cooper Flag auto rookie, but Eevee doesn't get hurt or arrested. Less risk. That's one crazy thing about the sports world, right? If you can buy a card of a player who is a stud, and in regards to like a baseball player, a 5-tool player, someone who can do it all they need to do is just a wrong thing to happen, like just them getting hurt and their career shot, the card value is gone. Like that's so crazy. Okay, so he's telling us what he got in the card pack. Okay, Mega Gengar EX, Mega Gengar EX. I guess he meant he got the Mega Attack Rare and the SIR, Mega Feraligatr, which I actually like, Mega Meganium EX, Mega Froslass EX. Oh, you didn't actually specify SIR or a Mega Attack Rare for some of these. The Electrosis, the Mega Diancie, the Canary, and Mega Halucha. Not bad, man. Not bad. I do like the Feraligatr a lot. Had the Gengar. Yeah, because he's saying it's the prismatic one is better because it's more consistent. You actually get the same thing every single time you get that God pack, right? Oh yeah, I'm ripping my Phantasma bundles now. I don't know. Ascendant is fire. It is fire. It is, man. There's no doubt that that set is amazing. Pokemon will get you more for 500 than a hobby box of sports. Well, that's why he's here. I think that's why he's here. Let's see what he says. This guy says, yeah, it's got crazy stuff inside, and it's a rare item and has Charizard. Checks a lot of boxes. This versus a lot of items. Would rather have this, but yes, very expensive and at a lofty price. Thanks. Yeah, for sure. It's just always just things to consider, right? It's your money, you work for it, and I'm thinking for you like I'm thinking for myself. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you to go spend $5,000 on something like it's nothing, you know. Um, but I think that looking at that box, it is a really rare box. It's such a cool box. Like I ripped one, so I know. And I just like what's in it. And I don't think you're gonna fail while buying these, but I think you will see prismatic SPCs, which is this right here, this one. It's like not as big as that box. It's a little smaller. It's just called the Prismatic Evolutions Super Premium Collection. I think this will get to that $600 price, possibly before that Charizard one. Not because it's not a good box, not because what's in it is not good, because what's in it, the contents in it are very valuable. The problem is that there isn't much hype behind it, and this market is driven by so much hype. It's just it's mostly hype, if anything. If you have content creators all talking about this one thing, it doesn't matter what it is. If everybody starts talking about the Charizard UPC, which is the one you're talking about, I promise you it's going to start flying off this. Like, people are going to start buying it left and right. People are going to start buying it and selling it for profit, of course, because everybody wants it. But people aren't talking about it. Now, this, though, this is consistently talked about. This and the Prismatic Evolutions ETBs, including the case, consistently talked about. So I think you would double your money way faster with that. Not saying I can't give you a time frame for when it's actually going to double. It is 300 and like 300 to 330 right now. So that'd have to reach 6 to 660. But that would appreciate in value faster than the Sword and Shield one, because it's getting talked about right now. It's really relevant, as opposed to that one that people aren't really talking about too much. So keep that in mind. Prismatic is a fire thing to really buy into right now. I got the 2 booster bundles, 30 each. That's not bad, man. I don't know how people are finding these deals. You know, if you have like an LGS that can hook you up like that, God bless, because the LGSs by me are not hooking it up at all. Time you win, keep the Gengar, sell the others. Yeah. Yeah, I think you'll make all your money back. You know, sell them or grade them, whatever you want. Like I said, Ascended Heroes has really good gem rates. So you'll make your money back and more for whatever you spent, which is crazy. I'm going to keep both Gengars. Yeah, they're both like, bro. That MAR Gengar is going to continue to rise, I think. Saw a God pack with Gengar, both Pikachu, Mewtwo, and Dragonite. That is crazy. That is crazy. Who should I send to grade Gengar? I don't know. Grim said BGS. If that could get a Black Label, that'd be crazy. If it could get a Beckett 10, it would still be really good. That'd be pretty tough, though. I mean, I don't even know what the turnaround time for BGS is. I'm not really looking into BGS like that. It sucks because PSA, when it comes to value, really is king. It's hard to look at anything else other than PSA sometimes. I think, honestly, even if you sent all that to PSA, like, I'm just thinking about this. Where are we going to be right now? We're in May. Let's say it takes you 6 months, like people are saying it's taking. 6 months from now, we're going to be in November. We're going to be still well involved into the 30th hype, because it's releasing in, I think, September or October. And we're going to be into the Rayquaza hype. And I don't think hype is dying down before that at all. I think this market's still going to continue well past that. So if you're fine with holding out and you're patient, I wouldn't mind sending to PSA. Those cards are all doing well in PSA 10s, to be honest. But, you know, who knows? You know, you could just move it if it does. Or sell them raw if you really want to. Black labels can buy you Black label, but how hard are Black labels to get? That'd be crazy. Black Label BGS, if it can get a Black Label, that'd be crazy. If it has that kind of potential, why not try? I have a Bubble Mew with Black Label potential, by the way. But I don't want to sell it anyways, so I'm not in a rush. Agreed, Reverend. I just collect certain players. Don't mess with the prospects or wax. Pokemon wax and vintage slabs. My play for Pokemon. Nice. If it's off, don't send to BGS. If off, send it to CGC Express. $100 will be a 5-day turnaround. That's pretty fast. Damn, 5 days. Take the wife and dogs for a walk. I'll be back. All right, Snack. I'll see you when you get back, brother. Even though he might be back already. The dopamine was going for for what? For the revenge? I don't know what that for 45 minutes. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. I'm happy for you, bro. That's got to be a great. I mean, just getting any pull, is fun and all, and it always feels good. Like I was looking. I tell everybody that's here. I know you mining. I've seen you in DJ's chat a lot, so I know this is your first time here. I usually want to. I have like an itch. Like I always want to rip something, and I have like a bunch of loose packs, and I keep on wanting to rip my Sword and Shield stuff. Like I have a lot of Silver Tempest packs, Brilliant packs, Crown Zenith, and man, I have a hard time not trying to rip it and pull like some kind of Trainer Gallery card from Brilliant, or trying to get the Lugia from Silver. I do have some Scarlet and Violet stuff too, though. But I'm trying to like not rip, and a lot of these things, like everything that I have, when it comes to these single packs, are not in print anymore. And I have like several hundred packs in there, like maybe like 400 packs singled, all different kinds. They're all out of print, and I'm trying to hold out on like not ripping them, but it's hard. I'm not gonna lie. My Prismatic Mini Tims from Walmart Easter tins have been loaded. 2 SARs in 19 tins. That's 18 packs. 10. Okay, 10. So in 20 packs, 2 SARs. That's crazy. That is crazy. The Cerulege and Raging Bolt. I do like the Raging Bolt. It just reminds me of like a Japanese style tattoo, which is pretty cool. Cerulege is not bad. There's a lot going on in that image, so it makes you hard to like tell what's going on sometimes, but it's pretty cool still. God Pack weighed 22.68. Oh, you weighed them. You weighed them 22.7. That's I'm gonna tell you what, guys. I'm gonna write this down, right? And the reason why is because I know somebody's gonna be on eBay with a scale like you've seen many times, and they're gonna show you potential God Pack, and they're gonna show you the weight. And unless I get scammed, and when I get that pack to my house, it's not that weight. I mean, I'll get that thing refunded. I will send that pack back. Like you will not. It's not happening. I'm gonna weigh that thing once it gets here, but people do it. So yeah, I will for sure remember that number now. Pretty crazy. We're here to help each other win all times. All times. I don't mind. We can talk about anything here. Like if you want to join the Discord as well, it's in the description. It's always there. You can talk about anything, any questions you have, whatever you want. Like I don't mind. It's a chill time. We got good guys in there. Reverend is in there as well with me. A lot of these guys, Pokepenners in there. A lot of good people. The booster bundles can indeed be weighed, bought from reputable people. Yes, that is one thing. Police flying by in New York City. Not a surprise. But yeah, I hate that they can be weighed. I did see that recently, which is kind of messed up, to be honest. So yeah, I wouldn't buy now after seeing that. I'm sorry, but if something hero booster bundles, I wouldn't buy just from anyone. I would love to go to Facebook Marketplace and like go there and just buy off of someone. But I don't think I'll ever buy one now. I don't think I will, especially with so many people showing it. Like people want clicks on Instagram so bad that they're actually showing people like the weight of it, so they know the weight of the booster bundle. And once you get that weight, like they're not selling you that one. You know what I'm saying? So you're not gonna get the opportunity to get a God Pack, even though you paid for it. You actually are guaranteed not to get that because they're weighing them. I worry that some rip and ship streamers could be weighing. Yeah. 100%, bro. 100%. That's why, like I said, the heroes, I'm not buying from anyone. I don't think, unless I buy something sealed. Like if I buy one thing that I was looking at right now. Now that I'm gonna mention it, I want to see where it's at. I want to see if it has moved. I was gonna look into the Ascended Heroes booster bundle case because I feel like I remember the Ascended Heroes booster bundle case kind of being in line with the ETB case. So let's see if it's over here somewhere. It's not there. So let me just look it up like this real quick. Just write it out on TCG Player and see what that's selling for. See if I find it here somewhere. Here it is. This is why I question things with with Ascended Heroes. So this is why I always have to make things, for those that just came in, I was talking about, like, whenever I do things, like, they have to make sense, right? So we're gonna look at this together and see if it makes sense or not right now. Let's see. So I have my calculator pulled up on my screen off to the side. We have 10 ETBs here. Of course, these will be something totally different in the future. These will be just displayable items, but it is currently at 2,077, and lowest listed is 2,150. So at 2,150, you're paying $215 per ETB. And that's got what? Each one has 9 packs. So that's 90 times what's the price per pack right now? Price per pack, even though it's constantly changing, it's probably like 13 bucks. It was at 15 and went back down. 12. It went back down to 12. This is why it's so crazy to justify. Like, it's so hard to justify buying Ascended Heroes that, like, at any price point because of that. So that's $1,080, $1,080 worth of packs. 90 packs at $12. Let's put the 1276. 1276, just to give it that little oomph, right? That little bit more it might need. $1,150 basically. $1,150 worth of packs. Oh, why did I close that? And then now when we look at the booster bundle case, which is 25 booster bundles at $2,700. So lowest listed is $2,700, right? And that is 25 booster bundles. That's 150 packs times that 1276, $1,914 worth of packs. I don't know. I think the booster bundle case per pack is going to be a better play. I think Ascended Heroes in the future, people are going to want to rip it, just like every other specialty set. I say that all the time. It just makes sense for that to be the case, because just like Prismatic, I think these are going to be the most ripped sets out there. Like, down the line, I don't think people are going to look back and say, I want to rip, maybe they will, maybe they'll want to rip some, but I think the ones that people are going to want to rip the most are these, like Paladin Fates, 151, Prismatic, and Ascended Heroes. I think those specialty sets are going to get ripped so crazy, and I think the booster bundles are key just for that. 3-pack blisters as well, if you can get those sealed. I think they're going to do really, really well. But looking at, like, the value you're getting within this case, with it being what is it? Did I say 100 and how many packs? 150 packs compared to the 90 packs you get in that. So that's a 60 pack difference. 60 pack difference. It should be I guess it's not close, and you still get the better deal. It should be, what it should be is a $765 difference. It should be for it to be exact, right? And it's not going to be exact, to be honest. right? Lowest listed is what again? 2,150. No, the booster bundle display is still cheaper with the added 765, right? That'd be 2,915 compared to the 2,700. So that's 200, about $210 off. So you're getting a better value here. And these are probably going to be a little harder to come by. We have 48 listed, 211 sold. You have 113 listed and 544 sold. So there's a big difference there. Much more scarce for the booster bundle case. And I think I just feel like these are going to be easier to move. You're selling booster bundles, which will be more affordable for people to rip. That's just, I try to make it make sense for myself when it comes down the line, because we're going to have to move them. You got to have a plan for every single thing you have. I will say I've seen Alex open a few. He seems to be trustworthy, in my opinion. I hope so. You never know, but you try to give him the benefit of the doubt, and it would seem suspicious if God packs would never come up on his stream. And I've seen him open quite a few prismatic God packs on there, and I'm pretty sure those are weighable as well. That is why I stopped buying single packs. Yeah, I agree about Alex. Yeah, me too. Like I said, he's pulled me some cards there. He pulled me 2 SARs for prismatic within 30 packs. And I've seen several God packs there as well. Can, what's up? I think you're new here. Welcome to the stream. Don't forget to check your local raw stores. They had perfect order really low, 25 booster bundles and 39 ETBs. That's crazy. I don't even know if I have a Ross by me. I think they might have built a new one recently by me. Yo, brother, got an angle at picking Prizzy SPCs, 258 a box with ETBs at 180. This is a no-brainer, right? Well, the SPCs are. The ETBs, that's market. 258? Is it like a website? If it is, send me the link. Like, for real, I'm not even kidding. 258? I just bought 5 at 300, I believe. I think it was 300. Please, let me know. Please. Alex pulled 2 Sunbreon for one person on a 20-pack rip. Next person got 10 packs and pulled a Sunbreon, 3 total in 15 minutes. Yeah, that's crazy. I know the feeling. I pulled the Sunbreon. I haven't pulled it at all. Awesome. Only packs I rip are what I give my daughter. Don't open for myself. I mean, you know what? That's why I was pushing my fiance to open that prismatic ETB, because when she rips it, in reality, even though it's not in my hands, a lot of it is like me ripping myself, in all honesty. Like, I don't think I would feel any different if I had it in my hand or she had it inches away from me in her hand. So Lost Origin booster box at 720, a good buy. So for me, it was. I just bought one. I'm going to be looking into buying maybe 2 more. I would like to have 3 of those boxes. I don't have any Sword and Shield, or I don't have much Sword and Shield. So I would love to have 3 Lost Origin. I would like to have 3 Brilliant, 3 Lost, and 3 Silver, but possibly several Silver. I am possibly even looking into a case of Silver. So that's all. I'm just looking for the right price point. But I think it's a good buy. I think it's going to start moving there. It's been having some nice growth. 720. It just got bought out. It's pushed up to 820. So in reality, you buy if TCG player. Let's see what's actually. Let me see that, because I didn't. I discussed the what do you call it? I discussed the stuff being like TCG player. I discussed the buyouts, but I didn't discuss the difference. The price discrepancy between the lowest listed and market price. So we'll have to see that. That makes a difference usually. If there is a dramatic price difference, it usually means that market price will come down. We're seeing 18, 816. No, I don't see this price coming down. I do not see this price coming down because nobody's listing at lower than that market price. Even though it had been bought out, and we can call it manipulation. As much as we may hate it, we can't change the fact that it is now at an $820 box, and no one is listing anything below it. So it will not drag that price down unless people start stop buying dramatically, then they'll start undercutting each other a little bit. But there aren't that many boxes even listed. We have 65 listed. So 65 listed, 32 sellers on average. Some of these guys have a few more than others, but then all the other ones have one. They're not really going to go too crazy with undercutting each other for one box. So I don't think this box is moving. I think 720 is a good buy. That's me. I just bought one for 700 flat with an acrylic on eBay. So that was a great buy for me. I'm going to be looking at some others as well. If it's a mint loss, and that's another thing before I even continue reading this comment, make sure it's a minty box. No, if any of these booster boxes appreciate in value, nobody's going to want to buy that box from you if it's not looking minty. If it looks dented, if the plastic looks like, I don't know, like a used wrapper, and it's not like a nice seal, people look at that. So just make sure on that. Hero, if it's a mint lost origin booster box, 720 seems more than fair to me if no tax shipping on top. Yeah, the no tax is hard to avoid if you're buying online like I am. That's one thing that I can't avoid. I can't avoid that on eBay. And when I look locally, like on Facebook, if I try to find on Facebook or like OfferUp, I'm not seeing anything really popping up like that. So that's my challenge right now. Locally, all I'm seeing is a lot of perfect order, a lot of phantasmal, and stuff like that, but I'm not seeing what I'm looking for, like what I want. So Prismatic will set the tone for us. And then Heroes 151 Demigod packs now has what, $30 packs? Yeah, that'd be crazy. It's like I said, thanks to 151. 151 is, the one breaking through those glass ceilings. Be extremely picky with condition. Don't want a bent up box or a loose seal. It's so funny that I just said that before I even got here. 258 for SPC, I'd buy them all. Me and Pokeplanner have been talking about SPCs on the side. Yeah, man. And he didn't even tell us, is that a website or was that a buy you have from somebody locally? If it's a site, please let us know. Share the wealth, man. You will not be able to buy them all either way. So this is why I say I mention everything that I find, because I can't buy them all. You can't buy them all. I was there that night. It was crazy. Attention has shifted from Charizard Mega UBC. Those are going up. Yeah, the SPCs. Well, the Charizard UPCs were good. They were a good buy. They were. Just now we're getting to that all-time high. We're also getting to a point where you're exceeding the value of the contents within that product. I think I did the math the other day, and at that day before they had that huge buyout and got pushed to 250, they were sitting at like $210 the day that I was looking at it, and it actually had $210 worth of value within it. Like I did the math for all the packs, the 2 promos included inside, and all that. And yeah, it merited, it justified being able to buy it at that point, because everything inside equaled up to that value. But now we're at 250. It's well above that value. You can give it a displayability value maybe, but being that it's a newer item and people are expecting more, I think it might drop a little from where it's at right now. Let's see if it had any movement today. Did it have movement today? I looked up Charizard UPC and it brought up everything else. Here we go. So it did pull back a little bit. It looks like already. It's at 236. Yo, TCG player, I hate you. It did pull back a little from that initial day where it was at 248. It did pull back a little. 248. It's down to 236. Still above the value of what, like I said, the contents inside of it. So I just want to see what lowest listed is. Now, why do people do this? Why do you list this stuff here? This is crazy. I hate this. I'm already at the 4th page and I'm not seeing an actual box. Finally. 237 lowest listed. Okay. This guy actually put pictures, one of the few on TCG Player. People would have more. If I was new on TCG Player, like a new seller, I'd put pictures for everything that I list. Every single time. I don't care if it takes extra time. I don't care. Been trying to stock up on the promotion. The promotion promo, but sending is bad on most. Oh, you're talking about the Charizard. I think you're talking about the Charizard. That is a great card to have, like to even hold. It is $50 right now, I think, raw. The Oricorio, you did talk a lot about the Oricorio. That is a cool card. I just hate like the Oricorio is not popular. Um, that's the only thing that bothers me. The Oricorio is not popular. The Charizard though looks amazing. My angle on those SPCs is a maybe. I'll let you know if it turns out to be the case. I do have Lost Origin and Brilliant Stars at 92% market if you're interested. Wait, also you're selling. Do you have a website? Do you have a site at all? Let us know, please. Or where are you selling? Are you selling on eBay? Where are you just doing this directly with people? Oricorio, yeah, I remember that. Shinji tax. I want to believe that there is a Shinji tax. Like, how long will that last? The Oricorio kind of died down. Like, it didn't. I can't believe that it didn't get more expensive because the freaking Seismitoad got expensive, and the Seismitoad is not a popular Pokemon. I like, who likes Seismitoad? I never heard anybody say I love Seismitoad. It's my favorite Pokemon. Hell no. Hell no. Like that's my only thing with the Oricorio. Even though I think that it is a good play, like for you to speculate that the Shinji hype will continue, I think that if anybody's going to profit on it, it will be you, because the buy is local. So where are you at? Where are you located? Right. Thoughts on the Jesse and James Hidden Fates PSA 10, currently only slightly double its raw. I think I know what card you're talking about. I think that's the only card that's coming to mind. That card. Damn, I just smacked my knee into the desk here. Um, let's just look. Actually, I want to look it up like this so I can see it on price charting. Um, let's see, like this. Hidden Fates. This card is so cool too. I'm pretty sure you're talking about this card right here. Ignore this ungraded card, this ungraded value, because once again, it doesn't include condition. $195, 3 sales per day. This thing is moving. This thing is moving. 222 was the all-time high because of all the Destined Rivals hype. Um, Not bad. It's on the rise at 195. This is a really cool card. Really cool card. Like, for them to have Meowth and Wobbuffet here, this is a great card, man. For a good while, it didn't do much. I don't know what purpose you're buying it for. I don't think that this is a horrible value for this card. It's from Hidden Fates. It's not a new set. It's an older set. How much more could it possibly pull back? That's up in the air. It was under $100 before. It could pull back to 150 after all it's done, but I think even now you have decent value. You're not at the all-time high at 222. You're at 195. It is a really cool card. Like, I could see this card remaining at that value or somewhat close to that at a PSA 10 because it's Jesse and James. Like, they're just so popular, Um, I don't think that's a bad buy whatsoever right there. Actually, pretty cool card right there. Boxes are minty, case fresh. The buy is local. Yeah. So where are you located though? I'm in New York. Pokepenner, I forgot where Pokepenner said he was at. So maybe one of us gets lucky. The Toad has a terrible gem rate. Right. I get it. But like sometimes I don't know. What is the Seismitoad in a 10? And I'll tell you what, the Seismitoad was selling at that insane price way before it even had a chance to grade. So that's one thing, right? It says ungraded 169 for that card, and $1,444 in a 10. Holy crap! Look at this damn card. Look at this Pokemon. Well, it is what it is. It's $1,445 if you got it graded and sell it. Got it graded and sell it. What is it doing in a 10? Is it going back up? So I had this insane. Look at this. Wow. Whoever bought that is upset. But it is rising. It is on the rise. It is on the rise. All hail the Hypnotoad. I mean, listen, Shinji does a great job. He does. I just sometimes I question that. Like, it's not a cool Pokemon at all. I never heard of it before. Let's see. I bought 5 at 60, sold them at 25 each. Have one in a 10 left. I mean, you got it in a 10? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Because I think you misspelled something. That's what I'm assuming. Have one in a 10 left. What are you doing with that? You're keeping it in the sealed collection. You're gonna move it like 1.4K. Man, I'd move that thing instantly. And then looking at all the other Seismitoad cards, this shows you how unpopular this Pokemon is. None of it is like expensive. None. I can't find a single card, no matter how old, that's expensive. One of the most expensive cards is $50. You know what I mean? Like, let's see what else. Yeah, the most expensive card outside of this Seismitoad from Black Bolt is $50. That's how unpopular he is. Yes, that's what you meant. I can hit you up on Discord. I buy, sell from home, no website or store. I can provide references though. Okay, so if it's local, that means that you don't have to even ship. That means you're meeting up. I'm assuming, which I'm down. My wife collects frogs. I gave it to her. Okay, all right, that's cool. I mean, that's a whole different thing right there, right? That's cool. That means something totally different. That's not even Pokemon related, really. That's pretty cool. But yeah, continue to the I guess we're going to continue to be looking into the next big thing moving, right? I think I am going to continue, like, even after this stream. I'm going to be looking into some things. I did find some Brilliant Stars boxes that I'm surprised even during this stream. Like, things pop up every day. This is why I tell people you got to look on eBay. If you're going to look on eBay for deals, you got to look like every day. This guy has this Brilliant Stars booster box for $5.90, and it looks like the top isn't even popped in, which is rare, right? It's just not. Yeah, the top isn't even popped, bro. It's not even popped. I love that. Yeah, this is a legit box too. What is that in the front though? There's like a little. What is that? Am I going crazy, guys? Damn, this is about to crush me because I was about to make him an offer right now. Am I going crazy, or is that a little hole right there? And that too, that sucks. Wow. Aside from that, this box looks amazing. This is what I'm talking about. This top is usually popped, like it's usually popped in, and it's not. He just has this little thing right here, which I kind of hate. I damn. This is what I'm saying. You gotta buy a clean box because somebody like me is gonna look at it and not buy it. You see that it actually stands out. That's why I was like, "What is this right here?" I almost didn't see this. Sucks. The Ascended Heroes poster / pin collection, pack wise, might be the last value plays compared to the Ascended Heroes ETB booster box. So, oh, you're in SoCal. Oh, I'm in New York, brother. I am in New York. Anybody in SoCal looking for some local deals, saw that. Definitely got some good stuff going on. I made the pin collect. So the poster right now, it's not good pack per price right now. These were 120, 130. Let's see what they're at right now. So the single packs are back down to 1276. So I made a video before where I spoke about both of these. At the time, they were at like 120, $130. Were great pickups at the times. We have 10 packs here, right? 10 packs at 150. I still have the calculator out. That's $15 a pack if you don't count the illustration. But that Lucario was selling for 25. I would have to assume it's still selling somewhere around 20 to 25. So I guess you could deduct that. You're just there. You're just making market. 125, divided by those 10 packs, you're at wow, what did I do there? I freaking multiplied it. That's beautiful. Love that. Yeah, you're looking just at market basically. You're cents away from market. Before it was a much better play when I first bought the case for these sealed, and same thing for the Gardevoir. The Gardevoir one is actually worse because you can't really include that much for the Gardevoir MAR that's in there, right? Because I deducted 25 for this one, um, but not for this one because this is not worth 25. I think people are paying much less for the Gardevoir if I remember correctly. And it's also at 151. The pack per price is not great right now for these, but the deluxe pin collections that you're mentioning are wherever they are here. Here we go. These were at 50 though. They just went up actually. I think people are just buying every opportunity. They were in the 50s right here, and now they're back up to 61, or now up to 61. Those are not bad. These are actually not bad either. The Costco boxes, the Mega Box, Mega EX boxes, these right here at 50. At 50, I think they're 4 packs. They're about a 12.50 a pack. They're not as good as they were a week ago when the Ascended Heroes pack per price was at $14. So then these looked really good at the time. You have these 3-pack blisters here who are also like above that current pack per price as well. This one is like a little under. So this Ghastly one would be the one that I look at right now. Of course, the promo means a little here with the Charmander, but it's so hard to find some of these. Sometimes the cases are the ones to buy. Let's see the cases. What do we got here? Deluxe pin at 424. Has this been rising or no? I think when I looked at the Mega EX boxes, they were even better. It did rise a little bit. 424 for 6 of these. So that's 30 packs, right? That's 30 packs. Oh, I closed the calculator. No, why did I do that? So 30 packs times that 1275 gives you what? 382? 382. What's the lowest listed here? 424. I mean, even just going with market, you're $44 above your pack per price. These promos, I don't even know what they're doing in tens. I have not looked these promos up. I don't know if you have. I don't know how well they're doing. I don't know how much there are out there. There may be a lot out there, maybe. This case is the one that I was looking at before that seemed to be a better pack per price at the time. So this is, let's see, clearly less packs. This is 24 packs, I believe. What did I just do? What is that? What's going on? Okay. So at 1275, your 24 packs give you 306. So you're only $10 off of your pack per price. So this is a better pack per price value if if that's what you're looking for. The case, because there's 6 of them in there, So in reality, if you saw the individual ones were selling for $61 now, I think. And 6 of those actually equates to $360, which is still above this. Most recently sold at 365 though. Who bought that? I don't know. But 315, 320, you could probably find them on eBay as well for cheaper. I always push looking for this stuff on eBay. So keep that in mind. eBay is always going to be better. You see, this one is at 53. One of these, didn't I see one at 60? Oh, that was this. So these are still fine. These are still fine. Pretty close to that sealed case value. That's the best one in my opinion. This one. I mean, I just did the math. It's the best pack per price item if you're looking for pack per price. And like I said, always go on eBay. Hot tip: Sword and Shield popular Pokemon Hollows are good plays. Yes, the Reverend did point out, for example, the Gengar from Chilling Reign, really good in the PSA 10, which is surprising. And raw, it's like $4, which is crazy. The promos are fire. Yeah, the promos for the pick collections are really good. Miniature Market has some. Is that a site? I've never seen that site for 130 still, but they charge tax. I mean, that's typical. Most of these places are going to keep charging tax. It just is what it is. The best option is buying locally. Honestly, buying locally cash is the best option. Just make sure that they're not resealed. That's the only thing you have to worry about. I have 2 sets of those promos at PSA. Nice. Going for cereals. Yeah, I seen a few cereal set seals. They did pretty well. The bundles did not significantly reduce pack per price like it usually does. Yeah. Once again, a lot of people are keeping them sealed, and you know, a lot of sellers don't want to list at more affordable prices. This is the thing, the demand right now, the market doesn't have patience. And the market is people. So people don't have patience. People don't have patience. They see a booster bundle at $90 and they're seeing 151 booster bundles and they're thinking to themselves, what are these booster bundles going to do? Because this set is amazing. But the moment these hit the market, like that we get an influx of these to the market, people don't relax, they don't chill. They just buy. They don't even consider the price actually becoming more affordable if they waited a little bit. Look at that. In the last month, they've sold 4,687 of them. Like, it's crazy. Like, nobody wanted to wait for these prices to go down. And that's just what the market is right now. So demand this insane. We could have had more affordable prices, but we don't. So people aren't ripping them as well. Just like everything else that's under the heroes, people aren't ripping. They're keeping them sealed. Good night, gang. Good luck hunting and grading all. Give Jay a thumbs up and hype it up. Thank you, Pokepin. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you always, brother. I'll talk to you next time. Hit me up on the Discord. You know what it is already. My boxes look better than that. Oh no. I listen. I believe you when you say you have minty boxes. If you said that you had minty boxes and you said you were in New York and you're selling locally, bro, we could have set something up in the next few days. Honestly, it sucks. You know, you don't always have that opportunity to buy from somebody close by, because I don't know people locally, honestly, that do Pokemon. I have met up with some people, but like one guy, I bought 10 prismatic ETBs back in February last year when it first released. Like I just bought $1,000 worth of ETBs from you. You clearly made out like a bandit because you bought them at $50 each. He doubled his money. I text him and let me know if you ever get anything else, and he never wrote back. So it's hard to just depend on people, you know, that are able to, I don't know, maybe they have bots or whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna be looking forward to trying to meet some other people in the area. There is one guy who I was talking to on Instagram. His name is Kohler Collect. He's funny. Actually, he's pretty funny. He talks Pokemon all the time. And apparently he lives in New York, and he wants to kind of meet up and look at some LGSs that he says he knows some that actually take care of their customers, because the ones around me don't. So I'm gonna laugh though if he wants to go to one of the ones that I already go to. So it'll be pretty funny. Darn, I missed this live. I'll have to watch it back later. Sorry, bro. I apologize, man. You know what's funny? We didn't even get to, like, I didn't even really dive deep into the topic, which was just trying to get ahead, like what's next. Clearly I didn't mention Sword and Shield. I think it's gonna move soon. Silver Tempest and Brilliant is what I'm gonna be looking at. And even in my last video, I was looking at Astral Radiance again, and it has like some really good cards. It's really underrated. It really does have like a really nice trainer gallery. But who knows what's exactly going to be next? That's just me speculating. Ascended Heroes is clearly not something that you're thinking about, like if it's going to be next, because that's actually happening right now, and people don't have any chill with that set. Surging Sparks booster cases just got bought out. The Mega Evolution base booster box case, I think, is a buy right now at 1,600, because it eventually, we know that's going to move. And 1,600, it's probably one of the cheaper cases out there, to be honest. Black Bull, White Flare are one of the what next things that I believe are what's next, even though they're already pumped up to 140. Outside of that, everything Scarlet and Violet, everything else is already pumped a little enough for me, where I don't think that they're going to be targeted next. I just don't see the potential in much else, right? We already have Destined Rivals continuously just being expensive. Mega Evolution base, like I said, good pickup at the case. Phantasmal Flames has already done crazy things. Chaos Rising, I've seen various 1,350 to 1,400 case values, which is not bad at all. I would like to pick up a case and just put it away. But aside from that, all the top tier sets have kind of already moved. Prismatic SPCs did pull back, and we're probably gonna pull back even more after Sam's Club finally drops it. So that's going to be an opportunity to be able to look out for that. And I'm saying all this now because I am going to be hopping off stream really soon. Like I'm actually getting sleepy, and it's already 12:30. I wish I would have got on earlier. What else? Paladin Fates took off with the buyout. Temporal Forces cases, believe it or not, got bought out. And those, I mentioned it so many times, Temporal Forces booster box cases, and even the booster box are a lot more scarce than people realize. I wonder if Twilight Masquerade is going to get targeted at some point. It is a decent set. It just doesn't have that many good Pokemon in it. It's not a bad set whatsoever, though. I like it. That's it. I don't see Paradox Rift doing anything crazy. Obsidian Flames ETBs did move because of the promo, I would assume. But I don't see that doing anything crazy as of yet. Paldea Evolved may be the next targeted option in Scarlet and Violet because it is, one of those better sets, right? It's one of the top 3 in Scarlet and Violet when it comes to booster boxes. And then that really, when you think about that, right? When he, like, even Reverend Rip said that Ascended Heroes, $600 worth of Ascended Heroes would double before Sword and Shield. And I very much understand what he's saying. It's just such a hot set that everything's ticking off. But a nice reprint will pull a lot of that back. Outside of that, outside of Ascended Heroes, outside of everything in Scarlet and Violet that did get bought out, all I see with potential of the next thing to really move here, in my opinion, for me, what I see is Paldea Evolved. Paldea Evolved, maybe Phantasmal Flames ETBs could get bought out. I see the potential in that as well. They are $131 already, though, which is pretty wild. But Paldea Evolved is the one thing that I could see getting targeted in Scarlet and Violet. And then outside of that, all I see is Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield is like primed to move. And of course, this is why they got targeted. I'm not the only one seeing this. Lost Origin booster boxes got bought out, right? Fusion Strike boxes got bought out a little bit. Now, Silver and Brilliant are the other ones that are staying organic, like they haven't moved because they haven't been bought out. They are right; they are increasing in value, but just nice, like organic increase. Now, Astral Radiance, the more I'm looking at it, I feel like that could be a real sleeper. It's only $380 for a Sword and Shield box. I don't think that's bad at all. That's just me. This is me speculating as to what's going to happen down the line. That's really what I'm thinking. And then when I make these videos, I dive deeper, of course. I look into the total set values of things that are moving, the buy volumes, everything like that. But that's why I am personally targeting Prismatic SPCs. I already got the ETB case. I ordered my SPC case. Hopefully we can get more at Sam's, like I said. But outside of that, I'm looking Sword and Shield. And now that I'm looking at all this overall and I'm talking about it, I might even look at some Paldea Evolved. So that's where I'm at right now. Silver, Brilliant, Lost Origin, maybe one fusion for the collection. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Celebration singles are bubbling the closer we get to the 30th. Yeah. Great love, my brother. Heading to bed. Mother's Day tomorrow. Yeah, I know. Mother's Day. Gotta go see the mom. Gotta go see the moms. And there are a lot of mothers around me. Gotta go see the moms for sure. But yeah, I just wanted to say that all that stuff to kind of wrap up the live. Because Ham said he missed it, which sucks. But it's all good, brother. You're always here. I appreciate you, man. But yeah, those are all the things that I'm looking at for anybody who has any thoughts. Maybe some things that they may want to be looking at. And yeah, that's that for now. That's what I'm going to be looking at. It is. I gotta make some good value buys because everything Sword and Shield is really expensive. I don't know. Ascended Heroes really has me overthinking things, because it's just risen in values like so quickly. Like it has outdone Prismatic so much. But then again, we weren't in the same market was when Prismatic released. The market just wasn't different. It had just taken off. No one was used to spending so much money at the time. 120 for the Prismatic ETB already looked expensive, So that created like a glass ceiling for Prismatic. Now that we saw everything that Prismatic did, it kind of opened everybody up to be willing to spend more on Ascended Heroes, well above 120, well above 140 now, right? We're at $180, I believe. Are we at 180? Or am I wrong? Am I going crazy? Thought I saw 180 for the ETB. Yeah, $180 for something that just came out. Like, it's wild. Pretty crazy, honestly. What's lowest listed? I just saw recently sold to site 150. So I guess somebody listed it for 150 and it instantly sold. Lowest listed is 185, guys. Sorry, 186 if you include shipping. 186.50. That's so crazy. That's so crazy to say, man. I DM'd you on Discord, brother. Always willing to talk shop, digging your content, and we'll be following you. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. I appreciate you being here, man. I say it all the time. I'm nothing without you guys. You know what I mean? Like my recent, like I would say, like, success. I just hit 2K. Um, I'm already at 2.1, which is 100 above that 2K. Like, that's a lot. Like, it just happened. The 2K just happened, and now I'm already uh up to 2.1. None of that happens without all of you guys, all the viewers and things like that. Like, it just doesn't. So I appreciate the love. I hope that you guys keep enjoying the content. Like, that's what it's about. So yeah, thank you guys. But yeah, I think that'll be the end of the stream for sure. I'm definitely, like, tired right now. I'm struggling to stay up. So I wish I would have gone on earlier, but that didn't happen. I have been streaming for 3 hours now, 3 hours and 10 minutes. So thank you for being here. Low time mining. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you like the live. Hope you enjoy the channel. But yeah, man, take care, guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. I will be going live during the week. I should be going live on Wednesday, I believe. I go live usually Wednesdays, maybe Thursdays, but usually Wednesdays and like a Saturday or Sunday. So I'll see you guys. Peace. Thanks for being here, guys.